there, everybody. This is Joel. Thank you for tuning in to this podcast or video. What we're going to be doing is playing Dungeons and Dragons with some neighborhood kids, and we are all pretty new at this. We picked up Dungeons and Dragons about 3 years ago, actually, after watching Stranger Things. We watched them play it, and I was interested, so I started looking into it. I did a lot of research on it, and I actually found that there was a Dungeons and Dragons Stranger Things starter set. So I purchased that. Started learning how to DM and be a player at the same time. But I've since kind of shifted into DM only, so I could show my kids and their friends D&D. And this is what you're listening to. And we're going to be starting a campaign soon, and I just wanted to develop this one shot based on the story, the adventure Wolves of Welton. And what you're going to be listening to is our zero session, where we're meeting each other first, and then we get into the actual adventure. So I hope you enjoy it. If you have any thoughts, let me know. Please share this. I want others to experience this as well. These are a bunch of kids who otherwise would not have found Dungeons and Dragons, but they found each other, and I think you'll really enjoy it.
I'm double your size. The stove is probably bigger than you. Okay, Taylor, who are you?
I have green eyes, red orange skin, platinum hair. I weigh 134 pounds, and I'm 5'4".
Dang, you guys are short.
How are you? So
5'4" isn't that short. That's like the size of me. So.
I'm like 5.
Zamarin is. By the way, Zamarin's like a.
Okay.
No.
No, he was at
a bird. He's an owl.
Aarakocras are like owls.
Yeah.
So I am a 6'2" owl.
Oh,
I weigh 170 pounds. I have green skin, green eyes, and I guess the top of my head is red. Oh yeah, what are your alignments? This is big. So I am a neutral good. So Zamarin is neutral good. Darvin, what is your alignment?
I am a KG, the nicest one you could be.
So you're a GG, right? Good. A lawful good?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm the best. Had to be super nice.
You're a lawful good. What is Roscoe?
Thank you, so.
Neutral good.
Neutral good? Okay. So
I mean,
like you may rob someone, but it's only for good reasons. Like you're not going to stick someone up, but if you need something, you may have to go get it. Like you live in the gray for law, but you're still overall good. All right. Anton, what's your deal?
I'm in, so neutral.
Ooh, I need a thief that is not so worried about always being good. That's good. We're gonna need you.
Taylor's neutral too.
Yeah? I'm sorry.
And
who are you? Because he called you a name. I don't know. I don't recognize the name he used. What's your name?
Avena. No, I'm saying she's neutral.
Yeah, Avena. You called her something else. I don't recognize that name you used. Some taste something. So Avena, you're neutral, Avena.
What the heck?
Neutral.
I don't know.
Okay.
My name's not Tabamana.
Yeah. What is this? And then
How do you
Princess Unicorn. Are you are what is this? What are these letters?
Avena.
So you are lawful good. Okay.
How tall is Josie?
Well,
She's
who's that?
inches.
Because
Wait.
Oh, sorry. How tall is Princess Unicorn?
Dang,
what did I just say? She's a sprite, so she's only
3 inches.
yeah. Like I think we found she's like a foot and a half.
Ooh.
She's a LG.
Yeah, she's a foot and a half.
Is she like
So
20 pounds?
you're about this tall.
Lawful good.
This is why I said
Wait,
I don't
what's
want
her
them.
height?
She's only. I want to make her 1'5".
Jack, it's a part of my
What's her
And
collection.
she's gonna weigh
2 pounds.
4 ounces.
4 ounces.
4 ounces.
What's her?
Josie.
What's her?
She is 1'5" tall.
I could get a water big.
Yeah. No, your phone's not a foot tall. So it's about this tall.
But she's a LG.
I can drink
So-
a water bottle.
Okay.
In there.
So we've kind of met each other. Let's see. So we've got a 20-year-old, a 35, 34-year-old, a 16-year-old, a 25-year-old. How old are you, Princess Unicorn? How old do you want to be? You want to be like
7.
6,000 years old?
I want to be. Because unicorns are like that age.
They're pretty mystical, so pretty old.
want to be 3 months old.
Want to be 14? Okay, she's 14. All right, Princess Unicorn, 14. Okay, you guys ready to get started?
You're a young,
On our adventure.
Mm-hmm.
young
I'd
lady.
okay. No, wait, who's that?
How old are you? 25.
Anton Cologne, huh?
Are we ready to get started?
Yes.
Okay, so we are traveling. Right now, you guys are traveling to a far-off land called Flan. Okay? In order to investigate some stories about dragons and a gang in a town. Okay? You've heard some stories about dragons. And you've heard some stories about some gangs messing up a town. And you guys are traveling there to try and possibly make some money. There are talks about great wealth for adventurers who can solve the mysteries. Okay? You guys have come together as a party to try to extract some of this money. Okay? Your group is traveling along a clear, well-worn dirt path. Okay? The path is free of wagon ruts and it's dry, making the path easy to walk on. There doesn't appear to be any rocks to stumble on. An adventurer can feel comfortable on this path. The fields all around are covered with soft green grass that sways softly in the wind. There's not a cloud in the sky, and the sun is warm, yet soft. You see woods of large redwood trees to your left, about 300 foot away. So you see some trees about 300 foot away. They're far off in the distance, but they're there. You can see, okay? And a smaller grove, so like just a small clearing about 150 feet to your right, okay? All of the members are relaxed and everything is a good conversation. Your party is in the following order, so we need to roll for initiative so I know where you guys are placed in your party. So, Darvin, give me a D20 roll.
14. Ooh.
You're 14?
Okay.
Jamie.
Roscoe? You can use the tower or you can use your table, that's fine.
8.
Okay.
I'm 8.
Anton?
18.
Okay.
Which one are we on?
The 20?
D20,
The
the
big one, yep.
one with the. Yeah.
2.
Then Josie.
Who's that?
Oh my.
Princess Unicorn?
Princess Unicorn.
Princess Unicorn.
Let's see which one you have. That's the one you want. 1. You want that one. Okay. So we have Anton's in the lead. Darvin, Roscoe.
Princess Unicorn, then
No.
Avena.
No, Avena. She rolled a 2.
Oh,
Sheesh.
Avena and then Princess
What?
Unicorn.
One.
Oh, I need to roll. Okay, let's see where I'm at. 6. Okay.
Okay, good.
So I'll put myself behind Avena, so I'll just roll that. Zamaran. And then Princess Unicorn. Okay, so you guys are walking in that order. So again, the walking order, you guys are walking down. Anton's in the lead. Darvin's behind him. Roscoe, Avena, Zamaran, and then Princess Unicorn. Okay, so you guys are walking. All
I'll be
right.
the first one to get shot.
What would you guys like to do?
Can we...
So you guys are walking.
What shall we do? Explore the area.
Okay. So you've got about 150 feet of clearing. So you can kind of look around and see that there's really nothing of import right now. Right now, all you see is grass all around you.
Is
all
it
right?
tall grass?
No, it's about
Tall
8 inches tall or so. It's just well worn, but it's just it's
How
not.
about that?
There's
Can
really
we-
nothing to be
Nothing
hidden.
hidden.
Can
No.
we go search the grass for?
Yeah, if you want. Yeah, you're not gonna.
Taller than
Oh, you said that there's nothing hidden, so.
As far as what we can see, there's really nothing of import. You're not going to find anything. You can walk around for an hour. You're not going to find anything off the grass.
Can we look in the grove to our right?
Well, yes. So, we're going to be working that way, but you can go over and look.
Okay.
All
I'll
right.
look over in the grove.
Yeah. So, you can move about 25 feet per turn. So you can only get about 25 feet out if you want to go look right now, and then you have to wait for another turn. So you can walk about 25 foot out right now as we're walking.
What about our speed?
Well, that's your speed. So whatever your speed is, so it's probably between 20 and 30. So you can go about 30 feet out right now. So you want to go look out around 30 feet, which is fine. What do you want to do?
I want to observe the road to see if there's any like markings.
Okay, so you look in the road, and basically it's just dirt. Like I said, there's no indication of any wagons or any wildlife or even any like cows have been across there. It's just a barren path. No rocks. It's just dirt. Like someone's been using this road for many years, and it's just a foot road. That's all it is. It's not even paved or anything. It's just dirt. Okay.
Can I go and walk to the next area if there's the next area?
Yeah, we're as we're talking, we're still walking.
Oh,
All right, so we're still walking. Anton has kind of ventured out. He's just kind of meandering around. If you want to give me a D20, you can see what you find.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me an ability roll. So, do you have any for perception?
Perception.
So you probably have a 12.
+1 perception.
Okay, so give me a roll to see if you can find anything. Okay,
15.
So what you see is this grass is very fine. It's a very pretty looking grass. It's almost gold. How pretty it is. Other than that, nothing. But hey, you have identified there's some nice grass in this area. What would you like to do, Avena?
Someone's been through.
Would you like to do anything, or would you want to just keep walking? We're traveling about 3 miles an hour. We're traveling about 3 miles an hour, by the way. It's not your turn. Yes.
I think I'll just keep on walking.
Very good. Princess Unicorn, you want to do anything special while we're walking?
No.
Okay. Roscoe, what's your deal?
I think we should stop walking for right now to just like look around, because if the grass looks like it's nice and fine, like someone's been caring for it, that means there's someone around.
All right, what do you guys think? Do you guys want to take his... You guys, it's your party. Do you want to kind of pause for a round, which would be about 5 minutes or so, and kind of just look around? Because you guys have been... You're walking at about a normal pace. So meaning you don't have the ability for stealth right now. You can't really hide. By the way, there's nothing to really hide under because there's no rocks around. It's just grass. So if you want to pause, you can. Just kind of pause and maybe listen. Maybe that'll be a good idea. If not, you can keep walking. So it's your guys' decision. You guys kind of talk amongst yourselves.
I think we should. Good.
Okay, you do have a ranger in your group.
Oh, yeah.
You can send your ranger out. I can fly up and kind of
Jonesy
come back.
could fly up too.
Yeah. Okay, so you can fly about 30 feet per turn. So you could fly up and kind of look around. Okay. So do you want to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so are we pausing and letting our fairy kind of you be like a periscope?
Can she
Okay.
can we
Yeah.
just keep on walking? Can she
Well,
Once if we keep walking, depending on how long it takes for her to get our turn, the thing's only 300 feet. So if we wait too long, then we might lose her inside the trees.
so we definitely want to make sure. Well, there's no trees around. The trees are like very far away.
300.
Yeah, about 300 feet away. By now, they're about 250 feet because we're still walking. All
Okay,
right.
let's stop walking.
Stop.
So let's stop walking. So we're going to pause and we're going to decide real quick if we want our fairy to go up in the sky and kind of poke around and look for stuff. Okay?
Let's say yes.
Cause he nobody.
You want to do that? Okay. So I'm going to have you investigate. All right? So you're going to go up. Let's see. Your medicine, nature, stealth, and acrobatics. So let's see. Her insight is +2. So I'm gonna have you roll a d20, and we're gonna see if you see anything. Okay. Okay, 16. That's a good roll. So you fly up in the sky. You unfurl your wings. As you've been walking, we got a little bit of legs. You unfurl your wings and you start flapping. All right, and you guys watch her ascend about 30, 40 feet in the sky, and she looks around. She's scanning around, okay? Okay, she comes back down, and she's able to report that she does see something. She sees some shepherds with a flock of sheep,
I knew it.
right?
I knew it.
And that's pretty much all she sees,
I knew there.
right? So, you guys want to continue walking?
Yeah.
Can we go
so
to the shepherd and ask him?
Yeah. So we're going to continue to walk. So you guys said you want to walk towards the shepherds, which is probably good. Okay. So you're walking up a slight hill now. About 200 foot up the hill, you notice some shepherds, which is what Princess Unicorn found. There's two of them. There's two shepherds. And they each have a small flock. Okay? Each flock is about 10 sheep. Each a little small, but they look healthy. They're your standard sheep. They're the gray or white, and they look fine. The men are dressed in typical farmer garb with a whip on their hip. They appear healthy, but they do look nervous. The shepherds have with them 4 sheepdogs of normal size. The dogs are a combination of brown and black, possibly from the same litter, but there's no way to tell. They appear friendly, but they're busying themselves with protecting the sheep. You notice giant boulders on either side of the hill. So you see the shepherds, their flock, and in between, on either side of them are 2 giant boulders. These boulders are really big. I don't know the size, but just by looking at them, they are very large. Okay, and like I said, the sheep and the shepherds are in between these 2 rocks. They're up on the hill, so you guys are kind of traveling up the hill. Okay, you notice 2 giant boulders on either side. They take note of you. They give you a courtesy. The sheep take no note of you. The sheep don't care about you. Okay, the dogs kind of give a little sniff in the air when they know you're coming, but other than that, they don't even notice you. Okay? What would you like to do? So, this is the scene we see it as of right now. What would you guys like to do?
Charisma.
Yeah, let's ask the shepherds
Plus
if
2.
they know
Yeah,
why
plus
there's
3.
boulders.
Well, right now we're still pretty far away.
Josie,
So-
how much charisma do you
Charisma is plus 3.
have?
I have a plus
Do you-
0.
What do you have for charisma?
Zamaran's charisma
Plus 0.
0.
Who you have? What?
1.
Plus 3?
1.
Taylor and Josie have the best charisma.
Okay. So we're still about 150 feet away. So we're still about 3 turns away from being able to have a conversation. So we know about how far we are. If you try to shout to the farmers, they won't even hear you. You're still that pretty far away. So,
How did they notice us?
They can see us, but we can't talk to them because we're far.
right. So you guys can see each other. All right.
Wait, can we have Josie Princess Unicorn? He's Josie. Or
Yeah, Princess Unicorn.
your guy. How far can he?
Zamaran.
How far can he fly?
You can go the farthest.
I can fly upwards of 50 feet per turn.
How?
So-
Okay.
Let's have
Can you fly at a slant so then you're still moving, but you still go 50 feet?
Well, my 50 feet is when we're moving, think of the world as like a grid.
Yeah.
So there's squares everywhere. Each one of those squares is 5 feet. So I can go, 10 of those squares. So I can go pretty far flying. But I also need to come back. So I can fly a total of 50 feet. So I need to be able to fly there and come back. So I can go about 25 feet. I can go about 25 feet out. So do you want me to fly? And what do you want me to do?
fly over there, see how high you can get, and see if you can shout to them.
Okay. So, yeah.
Wait a second. Can you carry Josie on your back? So then Josie moves with you, and then you're moving however far, and then Josie can move and get closer. Can we do that?
Okay, so
So
I'm going
we
to say I don't have her stat, but I'm going to say she can fly probably 20 feet. She's a little bitty thing.
But then she'll go less.
No, because look, if
we-
she was with
goes
us,
forward.
and then he moves, then she would have to move and then go. But if she stays with them, then she can go farther,
Yeah,
and
but
it doesn't
then
count as
she
a
can't
move.
come back. She won't be able to go back, and we need.
Oh, wait, can you just
need
carry
her
us
to
over
come
there?
back.
Carry us 50 feet?
Oh, I cannot carry all of you on my back.
Not all of
No,
us.
I can't possibly. I can probably carry
Not
a
me.
backpack. I'm already carrying all kinds of my gear. I already have. You're asking me as an owl. You're asking me to carry my
16.
leather, my longbow, my arrows, my backpack, my mess kit, my rope, my tinderbox, a torch, and a water skin. You know, I'm already carrying 180 pounds. and now you want me to carry more weight? Just because you're a foot and a half tall doesn't mean you're nothing, little fella.
I mean, I'm only 41 pounds.
That's still 40 pounds more than I have on my back already. So, if you want, sure, I can go fly over and look, but that's about all I can do.
What do you guys think we should do? Travis's idea where he carries Josie and then Josie goes.
What do you mean she can't come back though?
Because if she goes
That's
that
why she goes
distance-
5 and then goes back to him and then they fly back.
Yes, but if she goes that way, if he still has to come back, but Josie gets less, she has like 10 less, she probably wouldn't be able to make it that far.
Who goes first, your dad or Josie? Because if Josie goes first, then she can fly back to your dad and then hold on to him.
If she stays on him, and then she lets go, he
Oh,
goes
no,
back.
wait.
Josie goes forward.
Who's Josie? I don't understand this.
Jackson, look.
Unicorn.
Who's Jackson?
Who's Jackson?
Wait. Darvin. If Josie goes,
Who's?
oh my! If
Yeah.
Unicorn,
Oh my
if Princess
God.
Unicorn goes,
Yeah.
however far she needs to go, she can go back because that's however.
But then it'll just be a waste of stuff for him.
Okay, so how about this? I can take her. I can take her and put her on my back.
Yeah.
That's fine. But
4 ounces.
she's not gonna be able to really fly too far because I still have to come back.
Yeah.
So I have
Yeah.
to have one turn where I fly and I come back. If I fly her out there, I have to leave her there, and then she can go. But then she's on her own.
But then we're walking that same way, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see her later, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. So that's if we want to leave her with. If there's some danger, she's on her own,
Oh,
She's
and
8
she doesn't
ounces.
have. She's got 20 hit points, but
She's 8 ounces.
she's not gonna last long against other people.
Can she hide? She can't hide behind the boulders.
No.
Okay.
But they're not. They're on the other side of us right now.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to. I'll tell you what. I will fly up and I will see if I can see anything. All right. So I'm going to fly up. I'm going to fly 25 feet. I come back. All I can really report is that the same thing. The farmers look like they're a little hungry. They look a little underfed. The sheep definitely look like they're not thriving all that much. But other than that, there's really nothing more to report on that. I don't really see anything. I looked really hard. I couldn't see anything. Okay. So, are we going to continue walking towards the farmers? Because we want to talk to the farmers, apparently.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, good. All right, so, while you're walking toward the group, suddenly you see all the dogs perk their ears up. And they start barking frantically. So, as we're walking up, they start barking frantically. We don't know what they're barking.
I have 4
Animal
plus
handling.
4 animal handling. I can calm them down.
Handling.
The farmers take action, pulling, before unseen, batons from their belts, and they're looking all around. These guys are looking everywhere. So they are really alert. They don't, at this point,
They don't care about
our
us.
group, we are not their problem. There's another presence out there that these farmers are really worried about. Okay? Obviously, they're scared. In the blink of an eye, 8 gray shapes burst out from behind the rocks, coming from all sides, moving in at incredible speeds. These are wolves, and they are taking part in this attack. What would you like to do?
go help.
Okay?
Yeah, go.
You want to do battle with the wolves?
Battle.
Okay. So at this point, we are, we're really close. So, do we want to help the farmers?
Yeah,
Yes.
attack him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, wait. Can Jackson keep a wolf if he has animal handling?
We'll have to see if the wolves stick around. Okay. So,
Or we could
And bribe the wolf.
give, we could
Or throw
give
me.
them food,
You could,
distract
like,
the wolves,
throw
and
me.
we could distract them without getting us
okay.
hurt.
So, and when it's your turn, if you want to try to use some sort of a environmental manipulation to try to talk with the wolves, you can. Okay. But we're gonna set up for battle. All right. So I'm going to use the walking order as our battle
Fighting.
our battle order. Okay. So in battle, actually, I need to roll for the wolves. So the wolves rolled a 12. So the wolves are gonna go in between Roscoe and Advana. All right. So
Wait, what? Huh?
how we're going to line up is that we are going to then rush up to the farmers. Okay, this is, you guys, you definitely need to pay attention. So we're in between the 2 big boulders. We are around the perimeter. The wolves were already in the battle. The farmers something's going to happen with the farmers, but we are within one move distance. So we're within 20 feet of the wolves. Okay, so if you have hand combat, you can use those weapons. If you want a ranged weapon, you can use them. But this is what we're going to do. So as the party rushes to help the farmers, the scene comes into full focus. It's absolute chaos. You see dogs barking, wolves running around, some with sheep in their mouths, others attempting to get sheep in their mouths. The farmers are being cornered by 2 of the wolves, while the others are busy attempting to attack the sheep. Describe the scene. So we're that far away. Okay. All right. So, where are you trying to position yourself at?
I want to.
Where are you going to position yourself? So are you going to go towards the farmers? You're going to go with the wolves? What are you going to try to do?
Go back away. Back. I wanna back off, but have enough range for me to use my light crossbow.
You can use it right now. They're 20 feet.
All right.
The closer you are, the
Roscoe,
more power.
I'm going to place you.
I
Want everyone to roll your d20. I want to see where your position is going. You should just roll right where you are.
15.
11.
11.
1.
You rolled a 1. Okay, so you all are placed pretty closely around the wolves. Princess Unicorn was flying around the rock and actually got wedged in a crack in the rock because she's so small. So she is ridiculously stuck. So you're kind of stuck.
I got 12.
You got a 12? That's fine.
I can
Okay.
use
So
my strength.
I'm going to place you guys around the perimeter of the wolves. So you're within the wolves that are going to be in the fight. Okay. So the wolves are engaged. No one was able to be surprised by another. So you guys, everyone's aware that this battle is about to happen. Okay. So let's see. Where did I put my wolves? Here's your guy, by the way.
That's
What I
Chad.
thought he would look like.
That's what I would look like.
Yep.
A demon?
Sort of. But then I changed it to. Alright. Oh,
That's
there he
what
is.
you look
Okay,
like?
sorry, I'm just getting my wolves. So, you guys, again, when we're battling, you don't know what the hit stats are on the wolves. I keep that secret. Alright, before we start, Darwin, what is your armor class?
12.
Okay, and what is your hit points?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
You don't have it written down?
I had 14 last time, but I don't know if that was.
Well, what's your standard hit points? Are you saying you don't know?
It's like, yeah, I don't know. A D6 or
No, that's your attack. You have to know your hit, your HP. Let me see it. Yeah. What's yours?
22.
What's yours?
17.
17. You're 12. 12. Nice. 20. Well, I'm sorry, Darwin. Your hit points are 20. Okay. There you are. So your hit points are 20.
I'm
Okay.
only 17.
I'm only 22.
She's 12.
Wow.
Roscoe, what's your armor class?
12.
12. And what are your hit points?
22.
22. Anton, what is your armor class?
14.
What are your hit points?
17.
Avena, what is your armor class?
I don't know.
Okay, so you need to look. It says armor class right here. What does that say?
12.
12? We'll say 12. And then your hit points.
12.
12. Okay. All right. So right now you're stuck, but we'll get you unstuck. So what is this number where it says armor class?
14.
Princess Unicorn is 14. What is your hit points?
20.
20. Pretty good.
She said,
He's like a foot tall.
she said, what? I have 17 and I'm 6. I'm 6 foot.
You're easy to hit.
Huh?
You're easy to hit.
Yeah, don't get hit. How about that?
Headshot.
I'm swift though.
Who's the tallest? Shroud.
All right, so you are battling 6 wolves. 2 of them, like I said, 2 of the wolves are off cornering the
Farmer.
farmers, but they're not attacking the farmers. They're just kind of keeping them at bay. So you guys are battling 6 wolves. Okay.
Tonight.
So, order of. All right, Anton. So, what would you like to do?
Can I use my hand crossbow?
Your
Which-
hand crossbow.
Has a +3 attack bonus with 1d6 piercing. And then plus the strength or what? So I got a 4. And then that's
Well, hold on. You have to roll. So you want to use that. So yeah, I need you to roll your d20, and then you
Okay,
can
yeah.
add your.
Yeah. See, whenever
So
I
when you
hit.
roll for battle, I'm gonna have you roll so I can see if you're gonna attack. That's a good roll. So
17.
then you can also, when you get ready to attack, you're gonna add in your. What did we say? Your strength bonus, which would be your.
So
So
it's a 20.
do what?
17 plus 3.
So you rolled 17. All right, but that's just to make sure you can attack.
Hit,
So you
yeah.
rolled a 17. So now you have to roll your hit dice. What are your hit dice?
My hand crossbow is
Yep.
1d6
So
piercing.
roll a d6.
5. And
Okay.
then that's +3 attack bonus or
Yep.
+3 strength.
You add your strength, and then you can add attack bonus too.
Okay, so 5 plus 6, which would be,
11.
yeah.
Okay. So you rolled the 17. That's a good attack. You pull back your crossbow. You cock it in. You aim it, and you hit a wolf right in the lungs.
Ooh.
And you hear that wolf go, "Arr!" And he lets out a death yell, and that wolf flops around for about 2 seconds, and he is dead. That is a kill shot. That wolf is dead, and the other wolves see that, and they're scared because that was a good hit. So one wolf is gone.
Am I able to take my arrows back? I need them.
Once the battle is over, yeah, you can go over, and any that miss are probably going to break. That was a good
Yeah.
shot, so that's good. All right,
My arrows.
Roscoe.
Uh-huh.
What? So you need to roll a d20 for me.
Okay, but I want to go and help the farmers. I want to go kill the wolves that are helping the farmers.
So at this point, if you want to advance to the farmers, you can. But as we look around, those wolves, they're not attacking the farmers.
They're just sitting there making sure that the
They're
farmers
just kind of growling, menacing. You can do that, but right now your party's in danger of the 5 remaining wolves.
Okay, can I go to the 5 remaining wolves?
Do what?
You're
Can I
already,
get to the-
yeah. You want to go closer to them?
No, yeah. So how
So
far do I have to be? I mean, close to use my short sword.
So we're within about 25 feet. So what is your speed?
30.
30. So what you can do is you can use an action to move to them. You can use an action, then a bonus action. So your movement, you're going to move to them. That's going to place you right next to the farmers. Then you can roll for your attack. Then you have an additional bonus. So there's 2 wolves. You're going to attack one of them. You can move a total of 5 feet back, but you will be within striking distance of the wolves.
He's
Okay.
going to the.
Okay.
How much
So
damage do the wolves do?
I can't tell you.
Okay.
So
But they
you're
have low
going
health.
to. So you're going to move over to the farmers. Now you need to roll to see if your attack. So when you get there, what attack are you going to do?
I'm gonna use my scimitar.
Okay.
Schmitter. He's moving to the 5 wolves, not the farmers, right?
The farmers.
Okay.
Wait, no. The wolves.
That
The
we
5
are
wolves.
fighting.
Well, you don't have to move to them. You can just
I know.
attack.
Oh, okay.
So
15, and then
okay.
it's a +7 attack bonus.
But that's whenever you roll whatever this is.
Yeah, one. Oh wait, no. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
So that's just so that you can hit them.
so 15. So that means I can hit.
No. Yeah, that's just to roll to see if you can hit. Okay.
Okay.
Now roll. So what's your hit dice?
1d6 slashing.
Okay.
5
plus
and then
7.
+7 +4, which is so strength +4, right?
What's your multiplier? Your strength multiplier is +4.
So that'd be
Okay.
11
And
plus
then I have
5,
plus-
16.
7 with my scimitar.
Okay. And what are you using? Your scimitar, like a sword?
Yeah, like a tiny
16.
sword.
That's
Okay.
16.
So, the wolf notices that you're coming, and as you are coming up to the wolf, you are pulling your scimitar out. As the wolf turns around, you plant that you turn it like a kill shot. You plant that scimitar right in the top of that wolf's head, and you hear his brains actually explode inside his head, and you see gray matter come flying out of his ears. That wolf looks at you kind of sad as it falls dead. That wolf is dead. Now,
I still have 2 more actions, right?
you have 1 more action.
You can hit another wolf.
Back away.
So, what would you? So, if you back away, you're out. You can back up at least 5 feet.
Is that out of striking distance?
Right. You don't have another attack, so you can.
I'm just gonna back away.
Okay. So you back away about 5 feet. So, Anton is still in our circle. Roscoe is away from us, but he is within a striking distance of another wolf. Okay. So we're down to 3 wolves right now. Okay. Darvin, what would you like to do?
I guess like. I went to. You said wolves. Some of them tracked away. Some wolves tracked away.
No.
Or
They're running around the 6. So there's 6. There are 6 left. 2 of them are with the farmer, so there's 4 around you guys. 2 of them made off with some sheep when you guys started. So we're down to 6 wolves. Actually, down to 4 now.
Yeah, 'cause we both murdered.
I guess.
We brutally murdered them.
Yeah, that was pretty disgusting.
Long and headshot.
Definitely the boy in the exploded one.
24 kill streak.
I guess I'll fight. Well,
But
Do you want to fight?
not necessarily. I want to.
You have spells, right?
Yeah.
You can go far away, right? But do you want to use a spell? Can't you be far away with spells?
I guess I'll use my light crossbow on one of the wolves.
Okay, so so you're loading up your crossbow on a wolf.
I want enough to not to kill it, but enough for it to just run away. I don't want to kill it. I want to run away.
It's gonna depend on your role here, won't it? So, if you want to now, unless you wanted your action to be to try to use some charisma and talk to the wolves,
I don't have.
or if you don't have charisma,
I have like
You can
one.
ask someone if they could talk to you.
okay. So as we are
Well,
fighting,
actually-
you guys are noticing that the wolves seem to have a bit of an organized way about them. They almost seem to be communicating, but you're not really sure. But these wolves are looking like they may just want to get the hell out of here. We don't know though.
I
But
mean-
they are still baring their teeth. These wolves are wanting to kill you right now. Let's not be worried about this.
I'm going to use my silent image as a spell.
You're what?
Like, silent image.
Okay, and what's that?
I just wrote down silent image. Like I guess it can distract. Or
Silent image. Okay.
You are.
What's up? What's up, Roscoe? What's going on?
oh, we're just talking.
Okay, but we're doing a thing right now, right? All right, silent image. Let's see. You create the image of an object or some other visible phenomenon that is no larger than a 15-foot cube. The image appears at a spot within range and lasts for the duration. It's purely visual. It isn't accompanied by sound, smell, or any other sensory effects. You can use this action to cause the image to move to any spot within range. As the image changes location, you can alter its appearance.
Do you want to make it like a cage so it stays in one spot so then you can tame
I'm
it
gonna
later?
use it.
So this is it's a good point. This is an illusion, all right? Because things can pass through it. A creature that uses this action to examine this image can determine it is an illusion with a successful roll. So
What animal? Like I want to picture a giant orc for them to get too scared, then scurry away.
okay, you can do that.
Okay.
So you're going to place an image that will scare the wolves.
Yes.
Okay.
You don't want to fight.
5.
A 5.
Let's
So
should have
Wow,
fought.
Jack.
as
It's a
you
five.
attempt to, you're bringing up this image, and you're
Sneeze.
flashing in front of you. It's building up, and you can see the orc.
You
But
sneeze.
as the orc is starting to form, you see his hammer is doing one of these. It farts, and the wolves giggle at it. All right, so that's that turn. Avena, it's your turn. What would you like to do? So you can do a number of things. You can attack. You can move. You can use some sort of. You can look at the environment. You can examine things. What would you like to do?
I would like to use a spell.
A spell. So let's see what kind of magic Avena has.
I called my hero.
Avena has mage hand, and firebolt, chill touch, or minor illusion.
I feel like I should do chill touch.
Chill touch. Okay, sit up. Sit up, guys. Chill touch. It's Avena's turn right now, so she wants to do chill touch.
What does that do?
I'm looking up right now.
Okay.
Chill touch. You create a ghostly skeletal hand in the space of a creature. You make a ranged attack against the creature to assail it with the chill of the grave. On a hit, the target takes 1d8 necrotic damage. Ugh. Let's see, hold on. On a hit, the target takes 1d8 necrotic damage and it can't regain hit points to the start of the next turn. Until then, the hand clings to the target. If you hit an undead target, it also has disadvantage on attack rolls. So,
That's
if
good for
you have a good
Demogorgon.
roll, it will grab hold of this wolf and you roll your d8, which is this one. Nope. This one here? Yeah. And then it will actually make part of the wolf rot if it works.
That's good
Okay.
for a Demogorgon.
So
then it will
you
not-
want to roll your d20, your big one. So we want to roll so we can see if you're able to attack every one of these animals. So this armor class here, just so if you don't, since you don't know, armor class means you have to roll a d20 at least this number to attack it. So like Darvin rolled a 5. He had to roll a certain number. I can't tell you what that number is. He had to roll a certain number. Anything less in your attack misses. But anything greater or that number, you get to attack. So you have to roll a certain number, okay, in order to use it. And then, but if you use it, it's going to be awesome. Okay, so roll your d20.
20
So-
perfect.
So this is called a nat 20. This is a perfect shot. Anything you do does double the damage. So you want to use your chill touch, right? Okay, so the great thing about spells and magic is that you don't have to roll to use them. You can just say, I'm going to use this, and it automatically does whatever damage it says. So, just so you know, these are your weapons you have for if you want to use your actual weapon. So you're going to use your chill touch. So you stare at a wolf, and you try to think of some kind of witty comment like, time for you to chill out. And the wolf's like, And as you're looking, the wolves are kind of giggling at each other. But they don't notice you're charging up your spell. And as you charge it up, a hand, actually a big ice kind of fist, grows out of one of your shoulders. And the wolves still aren't even paying attention. But these guys, and they kind of think it's gross because it looks like it's growing out of you. And as you power up your spell, the hand comes ripping out of your shoulder. And it grabs that wolf. Grabs one of the wolves by the nape of the neck, like you pick up a dog when you're mad at it, and the wolf starts howling because this creature is grabbing it. It can't even see it. It just knows something is grabbing it and picking it up. And then, as it's picking it up, you have some kind of witty comment like, time to chill out, evil burner. And now you roll your D8, and it tells us what kind of damage it is. And we're going to double whatever damage it is.
6.
So, you do 12 necrotic damage, meaning as this wolf is writhing in pain, everyone, the farmers included, start to see parts of this wolf start to actually flake off and drip off one by one. You see the tail actually pops off first and actually is a puddle. And the smell coming off this wolf. Everyone can, it's like rotting and burning at the same time. It's like someone lit a dirty diaper on fire is what it amounts to. And this wolf, and it's actually melting into a puddle. And as it is melting in puddle, you actually feel bad for this wolf because it is now animalistic. But this wolf is just melting and melting, and it just plops
The
dead.
Wicked Witch of the West.
So your necrotic works well. Well, after this, the other wolves take notice. How could you not?
Yeah.
You saw one of your partners get shot in the chest and die.
One of them, their head exploded.
One of them, a knife went to the top of its head and its brains leaked out of its face. We did see a funny orc image fart, and then that's it. But now we had one of our other buddies actually
Rotten.
melt and fall apart. At this point, the wolves just take off. The 3 remaining wolves are like, deuces, we're out. They leave the farmers alone. They run off towards the woods we saw earlier, towards the tree line, okay? Now, after the battle, the farmers are scared, and they're willing to talk. What would you like to do?
Can I, it's my turn?
No, any of you guys can
Okay.
decide what to do.
You know,
Oh, and when the wolves pop out, we see poor Princess Unicorn has been struggling this entire time. She's wiggling, she's writhing, and now she pops out of the rock and she says, "What did I miss?" Because she was behind a rock, she couldn't see any of it the whole time. She's like, "I thought I smelled something bad. What did I miss?" And poor Avena's like, "Nothing. You missed nothing." Okay, what would you guys like to do? The farmers are still there. The dogs are still there. There's only a handful of sheep left. But what would you guys like to
Can
do?
we talk
No,
to
you
them?
guys don't have to. From now on, you don't have to raise your hand. This is a party. This is a group. You guys are always active. You guys need to tell me what you want to do.
Can we talk to the
Yeah, I
farmers?
can go talk to the farmers.
Yeah, you guys. You want to talk to the farmers?
Talk to the farmers.
Okay.
Also, like, hey, calm down the dogs, and then
Take it.
calm down the animals.
Okay, so the farmers are soothing as the battle is ending. The farmers are moving around, soothing their dogs, and the dogs are kind of corralling the few remaining sheep that are left. Okay, you go up to one farmer, and he says that his name is Tran, and he definitely wants to talk. And Tran says, "Oh, let me tell you. About a month or so ago, a band of these guys from the village went out to hunt wolves. Yeah, track them back to their den. But as they were in the darkest part of the woods, them were ambushed. I weren't there myself, but some of them tell of a booming thunder. Others of a burst of fire. Sounded like an unholy kind of mess. Anyway, there's a halfling named Featherrock. He's a decent bloke.
He's my dad.
He was hurt real bad in the fight. All the others thought he was dead, but the next morning he was found dumped in the Wesley's doorstep near the woods. Poor man ain't been the same since. Tells some wild tales of voices in the night. He was cracked in the head if you tell me." Okay? Now,
Is he going
he also mentions that the town council is offering an 800 gold piece reward for stopping these attacks. Tran and his companion need assistance getting back to town because they are just shook
Okay.
from this attack.
Can we,
It's about an hour's walk, and they will gladly share some stories along the way.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
can we ask
have a-
them, can I ask them if they know where the den is and if they could show us later?
I have a
Since-
magic horse.
Okay. So, they are not willing to go anywhere near that forest.
I have a magic horse.
Not right now.
I have a magic horse.
Okay.
I can take it to the den, but I can I can get them on it and then get all of us on it and then we can go Yahoo! And then
So,
right off into the town.
right off to the town. So, you have a magic horse. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have to use anything? Do you have to roll anything to use this magic horse? What does it say? Yes, magic horse. Of course it does.
It just says magic horse.
Okay. So, yes, let's all climb onto the back of Roscoe's magic horse and we ride into town. Okay? So now we're riding into town. All right. We've been playing for about an hour and a half. Do you guys want to take a break?
Yeah. So.
We've been talking actually for about an hour because I think we started just right around 2 o'clock. So let's take a break. Guys, walk around. If you guys want to stop for a while, we can. If you want to come back and play, we can. So, you guys want to take a All right, so we had our break. Welcome back. Now, we hopped on Roscoe's magic horse and we rode into the town. All right. So, we are on our way into Welton. Okay. Welton is a small farming village nestled along the banks of the Silvertongue River. So when it says nestled, it means like right next to it. So you think of like a river, there's a river flowing. And very small little village nestled in right next to the river. So here is what the area looks like. So here is where we started. Okay, and this is the village, and you see a river running right there.
Oh, and those
right?
are the two boulders.
Yep, these are where we had encountered the wolves, right? Okay, so this is the village. A little bitty, classic looking village. You guys can look at that. You guys can see the village. Here's a different view of it. Same. This is just kind of like how it lays in. So we're going to be coming down. We're going to be coming up from the south. So see that little windy path here? We're coming up from the south into the village. So we're on the horse. Okay. So as we near Welton, Tran becomes more hesitant, and now he appears kind of scared. You can see looks of apprehension on the people of the town, their faces, and they seem very upset. What would you guys like to do? You guys see that the people in the town are upset.
Can I ask them why they're so upset?
You should act like Joe's here tailored to ask because they have
Yeah.
more charisma.
Okay. So do you guys want to ask them how they're feeling? What's up?
Sure.
All right, that's good. So you ask him what's up. He says, "Oh, with these raids on our sheep, our food supply is running low. People won't trade with us because they think us haunted. This whole business started with that damn Merrickson. I just know it. I just know it." As you come closer to Welton, you begin to pick up on the buildings and their general shapes. There are about 20 buildings in the town, placed equally down each side of a single main road. They're usually constructed of oak, which is a nice brown wood, and they're painted a very nice bright white. So the town is very well taken care of. Each building has some form of unique, ornate architecture depicting the various industries of the town. Now, let's be honest, there's only two. There's only two industries in this whole town: wheat and sheep farming. But the citizens do their best to individualize anyway. So they try to make their town, their houses look a little different, but really it all just circles around sheep or wheat. Okay? There's a general store, but there's really nothing else for you guys to go explore. So this is just a very small village. Now, you all notice there's a lot of people on the street. There's like a ton of people. For as small as a town this is, it's very strange. They appear idle, which is odd during this time of year because it's the harvest season. They should be at work. They should be at work harvesting the wheat. Now, most of the people in this town are human, although there are a lot of halflings. Roscoe, that's your people. And there's a very small contingency of dwarves. So mostly human, some halflings, and just a few dwarves. Okay? They do not seem interested when they see you at all. And even though we've got a giant owl,
A giant horse.
we've got a giant horse, we've got a wizard, a tall wizard, we've got a giant thief, we've got a half elf, which half elf are always elegant. She's dressed to the nines. She looks like she's prepared to go to the mall. And we have a little fairy flitting behind us as we're rolling along.
And the farmer guy.
Yeah. And we have two farmers from the town. So, but regardless, they're not interested in what our deal is. Okay. Tron states, "Oh, we should go to Shepherd's Crook. That's the meeting place for the town, and tonight they're having a meeting regarding these damn wolf attacks. Also, you might want to speak to Will and Featherrock. That halfling now is attacked by those damn wolves. Damn that Merrickson for causing all this madness in my town. Anyways, follow me." What would you like to do?
I think
I think we should follow him.
Yeah,
Go to the
he
thing.
knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. So he is leading you here, the place that I circled. So that is called Shepherd's Crook. That is the meeting town, and it's a place where you guys are about to go. So you guys can look at that. So that is Shepherd's Crook. That is, like I said, that's where he wants you guys to follow him to. Okay. Let's see.
What's in the temple of? What's in the temple
Okay.
of Pelor?
I don't know.
Let me see.
There's
Okay.
obviously gonna be something good in there. It's a temple.
I'm looking to see if I have. I thought I had some more pictures of the town, but I didn't.
Not that big.
Okay, a temple doesn't have to be big to hold really good stuff.
All right, so do you guys want to go with Tran to the Shepherd's Crook?
Yeah.
I mean, that's where the meeting is, and that's where they're talking about how to stop the wolf attacks, and the possible big chingy for stopping these crazy guys. Okay, there it is right there. Okay.
Ching.
So, you guys are going right to the Shepherd's Inn? Okay, the Shepherd's Crook? Okay. So, you enter the den. As you enter the crook, the first thing that hits you is the size of the structure, followed by the noise. So, we are entering in through this door right here. So, this is what it looks like inside. Okay? Kind of memorize that, okay? You guys can see this is what it looks like inside. This is a multi-purpose building. The building is in good shape, though it is very well worn. The first thing you see is a large common area with multiple tables for dining. This room is well kept, with parquet flooring wall to wall. Lighting in this room are candled chandeliers spaced about 12 foot apart. To your right, you see the bar with seating for 4 bar stools, with the bartender working busily behind the bar. This area, like the rest of the crook, is well kept. The floor is a blue and white painted. There appears to be a room off behind the bar, but it isn't obvious at first glance. To your immediate right, you see a private meeting room with a small table for dining next to it. On the far right, here, Josie, here's one right here. And Taylor, you girls can see this right here, so they can have this one, you can have this one. On the far right, you see an ancient set of steps leading to the upstairs guest rooms. Along the far wall are a few more tables and another private room. The inn is very crowded at the moment. Tanned and weather-beaten shepherds smoke pipes while drinking their ales. There does not appear to be an empty seat in the whole place, with people crowding in the stairs and along the railing of the second floor. The bartender shoots the party a look, not of disgust, but of interest. What would you like to do?
Go to the bartender.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to go to the bartender? Now, if you want to walk around, you can walk around. Some of you can go to the bar. Some of you can walk around. What would you like to do?
Go to the back.
Okay.
I want to look to the back room.
Okay. We don't have access there yet. I mean, you okay. So you try to go to the back room, but the bartender stops you. Okay. What would you like to do?
Can I go to the kitchen to see if they have food?
Well, they're not going to let you in the back.
Oh.
So it looks like if you look, the kitchen is behind the bar.
Mhm.
Okay, so are we going to go to the bar?
Yeah.
Okay. So, because you notice the bartender's like, someone finally took interest in you, all right? Can you go skip the ad? So the bartender smiles as you approach and signals for the customers currently at the bar to shove off. She goes, "Get out of here, you rascals!" So the people that are sitting at the bar, she tells them to leave. She clearly has interest in you. The customers are clearly agitated, but they stumble a bit and they grumble before vacating their seats. As you sit, the bartender, Lenore Slatebeard, a dwarven woman, welcomes you to the inn. She is a gruff woman who talks fast but is very serious. She runs the bar while her husband, Beneth, handles the kitchen and the brewery. Beneth pokes his head out of the kitchen and sort of grunts, "Hello," and then it's back to work. "So, what are you doing here?" she says. Tell me, what are you doing? Sit. She says, "Here's a beer for all of you. Here's ale. Here's ale. Here's a tiny little soda for you." She handles you a little bitty lid, and she handles all of you all the beer. So she wants to know, what are you doing? Why are you in my bar? Why are you in the tavern?
16.
Oh yeah, and you're drinking.
We're here for the meeting.
I'm
The
16.
meeting? Oh, that is a private meeting. Why do you want to be a part of the council meeting?
We are looking for we heard about the ransom or like the
rant or
We
the
heard
raids.
about
The raids.
the reward.
Oh,
yeah.
those raids. That's those damned wolves. Those raids. Oh, like, awful stuff. Why do you care about the raids? I don't trust you right now. Why do you care about the raids?
We're poor. We need the money.
To do what? What do you want the money for? I mean, what are you gonna do to get the money? I don't understand why you want the money.
we are going to
Stop raids.
stop the raids and get the handsome reward.
Ah, you want the reward. Well, how do you propose to stop the raids? What is even causing our raids? What's causing all this trouble?
The
Wizard.
the
We don't
wolves.
know.
The wolves? Are you mean to tell me you're gonna stop the wolves?
Yes.
Yes.
Banana, get these fools some food. What? Everyone gets food. So
I don't
the
drink.
moment she hears you say you're adventurers and you want to stop those wolves, she's excited. Now she trusts you. Now she wants to give you the world. Okay. Free drinks for the whole party, she says. Yes.
Well,
Can I get a soda?
Can he get this little boy a soda?
Ah, it's
16.
anything for the boy wanting to kill the wolves. Here's a soda. Ah! Anything for the boy. I hate those wolves. You hate those wolves? I hate those wolves. Those wolves are awful. They keep taking our stuff. It's making me drive my prices up. The people don't want to pay. I hate it. My husband's a drunk. Don't tell him. But he hates the wolves too. You hate the wolves? Do you hate the wolves? Do you hate the wolves? You hate the wolves?
Disgust.
How do you hate the wolves? You don't even know.
We had an encounter.
Wait, you had an encounter?
Yes.
Did you stop them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell me you killed one?
We killed
I killed
3.
3? You
Yeah.
killed 3 of those wolves? Give me the details. How'd you kill them?
Okay, so first,
I.
this 16-year-old that's 6 foot, 210 pounds.
Yes, the giant. No one can miss him. Yes.
Yes. He shot them one through the lungs.
Through their lungs, did it die instantly?
Yes. And
Oh, that's for my heart. Tell me you brought the meat.
then, no.
Answer me. They're rancid little
And then,
critters.
I stabbed
Excuse
him
me,
in the
sir.
head.
She's about to speak. Yes.
I
By the way, you're a half elf. You look so elegant. I can't imagine you do anything
Thanks.
mean.
I performed a spell.
Ooh, I
I
like
melted
spells. Hope it was a nice, pretty spell that made them turn into butterflies. What happened?
I used.
No, just tell them what happened to
I
me.
made the wolf melt.
Melt? Did it at least melt fast? Tell me you didn't have to smell it.
We had to smell.
Oh, God. Good gracious. Okay, so one shot with an arrow, one melted like a ice cube. What did you do?
Knife through head.
You poked him through his head with the little... Show me what you used. That little fella?
It was
That's
like-
a letter opener. You killed a wolf with that?
What did Jack do?
it
Well,
was
you
like
are a little
4th of
fella, so that
July.
makes sense.
It was
What
Boy
did,
Up
what did
July.
Jack do?
Oh, who's this
Oh,
Jack you
okay,
speak
what
of?
did
So
Darvin do?
I
Tell me,
tried
did you have a hand in this too?
Yeah.
What did you do?
I tried to do a spell.
Ooh, you were a wizard. Did it
Yeah.
work?
Maybe.
What were you gonna do?
Yeah. Tell
he
me, give
made
me the
it
deets.
float.
To distract the wolves.
You distracted the wolves. Did it work? All right. Well, you know what? We all can't be winners.
It
Okay.
farted.
All right. She says. Now she goes. Oh my God. The party is starting. You have to go to the committee meeting. So if you look over there, right across the street, right across from the bar, over here at this round table. If you look, you go right over there, and the bar, they'll may even seat you. They're kind of mean. Look out for them. But you go over there. That's where the committee meeting is. You tell them what's up. They may help you. So go over there. Do not break my cups. These things aren't cheap. Please go, and I'll see you in a little bit. Bye bye. Get out of here. Go. Go. So now you guys are walking across the crook. Okay.
This is soda.
Okay. So while you're walking across, what are you doing? Are you going right there? Are you going to walk around? Are you going to
I'm gonna go.
Well, what are you doing?
I'm gonna talk to the girl's husband.
Okay.
See what he has to say.
All right. So you want to talk to Beneth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that the husband?
Yeah.
Trump.
All right. So you want to talk to him?
Yeah.
All right. Ugh. I'm cooking. What do you want?
Do you know anything about the raids?
Yeah, they suck. What else? I'm busy. Come back later.
Can I talk to him?
I can
No,
talk
he
to
just
him.
went back. He went back. He's no longer taking questions. So he doesn't really seem to have anything to add.
Well, can I like try and use my stealth?
What?
I can
No,
use
like,
my
do I have this?
charisma.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So what are you gonna do?
Wait, no, I'd
Oh.
like to talk to the crew real quick. So, do you guys think I should
No.
that I should
No.
use my stealth
No.
to?
No, that's
No.
not gonna work.
No.
No, because if you get
run
caught, then
through
we're gonna
the
kick out.
No, run through the kitchen to go into this room that obviously has some stuff in it.
No,
I
because
think
if you
I
get
should.
caught, then we're gonna have to get kicked out. Maybe if after we're done doing no, because then we might not get the reward either.
I think I should go in
Maybe
and
we
use
can
my
send-
charisma.
Are you in our? No, you're not in our group, right? Are you in our group with us?
Yeah,
walking?
Zamaran is. He's just hanging around smoking a cigarette, probably. He's like, I don't know. You guys just tell me what you want me to do.
Josie could.
I can.
No,
Josie's small.
not-
She could
I
tell
can.
us. She could tell us what's in there.
it's not right now. Let's go.
I can use
Here.
charisma.
Meet him. And
It's not gonna help. Sneaking too.
All right. So you
Okay.
guys are. So we're going. You're going right over to the community meeting.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So as you are walking through the tavern, you notice that all the people there definitely seem to be some sort of farmers. They seem to be well worn. They're drinking their ales. As you walk by them, they kind of grunt. They notice the big Eric Rockra, like a big eagle. "Ugh, what is that thing?" But they don't really seem to mind you because I think they know what you're doing, and they see the general direction you're heading, and they start whispering. You can't really hear what they say, but they're whispering something. So, let's see. Okay. So, if I give you guys hints that you hear people whispering, if you wanted to do some sort of an ability check, you could probably try to hear what they're saying. So, if
there any
I told
costs?
you things, you can say like, I would like to know what they're saying. And then I can say, well, who's got arcane knowledge, or who has perception?
Insight.
So skills. If you have a high perception,
I have 4 plus
you have
4.
+4.
5+1.
Okay, so this would be a time where you should start listening and looking for things that I'm saying. And if I say something like you see something in the distance, or if I say you hear someone talking but you can't make it out, you can roll, and then you can say, I want to hear what they're saying. Then I'll say, okay, you need to roll for perception.
Is there a consequence if he fails? Will they see him eavesdrop?
I don't know. That's the whole point of the rolls.
What?
So,
I
Okay.
like to roll to hear what they're saying.
yeah, roll your d20.
11.
Okay, that's a good roll. Because then you add 4,
Plus
that's
4,
15.
yeah.
So what you notice is that you peer in really kind of closely, and you use your good wizard ears, and you can pick out that the party, the people in the bar are very much aware that you're here as adventurers. Tran has already ran and told some of his farming buddies what happened and that you're here, but they are scared for you. The people in the town are worried for your safety because a lot of their men have already gone missing, and some have been known to be dead. And there's another guy, this Featherrock guy. They keep talking about Featherrock and how he's sick, and apparently he's here. Okay? And they're saying, don't let him turn into Featherrock. Alright? So that's what you hear the people say. So, alright.
can we go talk to Featherrock or try and
Ask
talk
people.
to him, and then ask him what he
How do we know what he looks like? We have to ask people for him.
Well,
We should listen to him to see what to avoid because he's going to say, it said, heard him talking about weird monsters, then we can get a counterattack of what they do.
They know nothing more about what Featherrock is saying from the rumors. They haven't actually heard Featherrock himself say these things, but they know that he has said it. Okay. So,
They're not going to hear him talking, but
Right.
he does say it.
okay. So you have to pass a number of tables and squeeze through due to the sheer amount of people in the inn. The council room, when you get there, so it says I'm back here, so be paying attention here. The council room is very plain, with couches along the walls and a round table in the center of the room. Around there are 8 chairs, and they're all full of the council members. The couches are empty. 5 of the chairs are filled with human men, 1 human woman, and 2 halflings, a male and a female. These council members are dressed in the typical farming garb and have nothing of note about them. The opening to the council room is wide enough for the entire party to line up shoulder to shoulder. As you approach, you hear a loud argument between 2 men. These men are Tillis Marin, the member of the Growers and Buyers Association, and Father Merrickson, the local priest. You've heard that name before. Tillis is angry that Welton continues to export grain while the crisis with the wolves continues. So you walk in and they're just screaming and yelling at each other that this is ridiculous, that we should stop the wolves now. Stop trying to get more of the grain. They're just going to keep picking us off. Marin is obviously upset that he's being interrupted by a group of strangers. He looks up and goes, "Huh! Who the hell are you?"
We are adventurers trying to stop wolf attacks.
Okay, you say it like that, he's going to throw you out of the bar. So sit up and say it with some conviction.
We are some adventurers trying to stop all the wolf attacks.
Okay, so are you saying you're adventurers?
Yes.
Yes.
And you're here to help us?
Yes.
Well, come on in. I'm sorry I was so mean. Take a seat, take a seat, take a seat. He ushers you around to the empty seats around the couches, and now he's going to start telling about the reward. So, again, yes, there is an 800 gold piece reward for helping to solve this problem. All right? Let's see. I will give you board and room for 2 weeks' expense in addition to the money. If you are able to stop these wolves or bring peace to this town, you will get 800 gold piece for all of you. Plus, we'll put you up here at the Crook for 2 full weeks for your help. Room and board, all the food you want as well. We need this stopped. Do you accept?
Yes.
Yes.
Yours.
Nice. All right. So now another council member speaks up. He stands up and says, "This problem started about 3 months ago. We were living our lives as simple farm folk when suddenly these crazy attacks started. We were never attacked by wolves before. This was crazy. Anyone living outside the town center has been chased off their farms and neighboring neighborhood. These wolves have seemed more organized than even normal wolves. They lead entire herd of cattle, pig, sheep, and even horses into the woods. Oh, those damn wolves. None of us can go out there. No, sir, we're not going. Those damn wolves can open gates, they can open locks, and even knock down fences. How are they able to do that? Normal wolves can't do that. They ain't got no thumbs, they say." He then sits down. Okay? And another member stands up. "Now, about a month ago, we sent a posse of brave men to hunt down those wolves. We told them to stay. A posse as a group. Don't interrupt me, little man. We told them to stay out of the woods, but they didn't listen. And they wanted to save the village. They're so brave. Well, those men were torn to shreds. And only one of them came back, and he is an awful mess now. He ain't worth a damn right now. It's awful. It's all awful." Then he sits down in a slump, and he starts weeping. He's just beside himself. Okay? Do you have any questions you would like to ask the council with this information you just learned? Oh, yes.
What is wrong with the guy?
Feather Rock? We don't. I'll let you find that for yourself once we're done with here. Do you have any other questions? Maybe ask about,
Do you have any weapons or armor we could use that could possibly help us?
We are but farmers and sheep herders. We have nothing but a whip and maybe a few staff. I look about you and I see these weapons, these mystical weapons you used against the wolves before. They're far superior to anything we might have to offer.
Do you have any traces of?
Where they might have come.
Yeah, like what part of the woods?
Ah. There is a man here that knows a little bit about the woods. He may introduce himself later if you're lucky enough. You may just have to wait. But there is someone here that knows the woods. Yes. By the way, some people have asked about werewolves. Since we don't know where these wolves came from. You know, werewolves, they turn into wolves. They're regular men that turn into wolves. We have watched this town for like a hawk for 3 full moons, and we have not seen one sign of a werewolf. We are confident these are wolves. Okay? Okay. At this point, Merrickson stands back up. Remember, he's a priest. Now, adventurers, you should know that our town has had a sole protector for many years. A sorcerer, powerful enough to cast a spell of protection over this entire town. Right around the town, these wolves began to attacking this protector. My sweet brother Alexei went missing.
Of course.
I am certain there is a connection here, and I hope you're able to discover that for me. I miss my brother, and I love him so. I hope you can bring him back safely for me. Are there any questions or comments from hearing that? Yes.
What does your brother look like?
He is a tall fella. About 75 years old, gray beard. Kind of looks like a typical wizard. Likes to wear that silly hat with the stars on it. He walks with a cane, smokes a big long pipe. Silly looking fella. But he's brave. That's the bravest man I've ever known.
Are you able to use charisma, Taylor, to see if he's lying?
Ooh, that's very good. So do you have...
Plus
what's
three.
your... So
Her
what's
and
your...
Josie have +3.
What's your charisma? 16? Alright, so you have a higher charisma than I do. I'm telling the truth. Merrickson is telling the truth. He knows not where his brother is. But they do know that right around the time that's good, thank you, that these wolf attacks started happening, Merrickson went missing. So this man was able to cast a spell, kind of like a dome over the entire town. Right? And he's missing, and now these wolves attacks are happening. What are you guys thinking?
He's a werewolf.
Okay.
Or he's a bad wizard guy.
Okay. So you think maybe he spent his entire life protecting the town and now he went bad? Okay.
Maybe he's like.
Maybe
They obviously
he's...
went after him first, so there
I
must
think
be
I know.
a guy, someone that did not approve of him,
Okay.
that
I
snatched
think-
him and used him to make the crazy wolf.
I think the wolves
One person must have not liked the
hid
village.
him
Used him
inside
to
the
create
den
the
and uses
smart
them to create good stuff.
So you
like
think
to-
that... So, say that again.
So, I think the wolves took him to their secret den, and you made him use his powers for evil.
Okay. So we have a couple theories there. Maybe we think that Merrickson is alive, but he's being held hostage. Maybe he's a werewolf, or he's been turned bad. Right? Okay. Maybe what'd you think there, Darvin?
Someone snatched him.
Someone snatched him?
and used his powers against the village.
Okay, that was pretty good. All right. At this point, the council feels they've answered as many questions as they can. Do you have any thoughts there? Or you're just kind of flitting around. Okay. Do you think there's bad wolves? Good. Yeah. Okay. So, Tillis then stands back up and says, "Okay. So, we've discussed this man, Featherrock. You've heard us say his name. He is here in this den. He's staying right here. He is a mess, so please, if you go see him, be easy on him. He was a bit eccentric before the attack, meaning he was kind of out there. And now he's only worse. Thank you for assisting us, adventurers. You may go now so we can finish our meeting and be done with this mess." So, when you guys were discussing with the council, as loud as the bar was, as you guys started talking, you didn't even notice. It got quiet as a library in there, and everyone heard every word. And as soon as you turn around, you see Lenore waving from the bar. Hey, come on over! And she's waving you frantically, and you get over there and says, "Don't forget to bring them tankards with you, your beer mugs. Make sure you have them. Them ain't free." Now, Featherrock's room is right behind the bar here, and you have to be aware that he's a mighty nervous fella. He's very fragile.
So he's right.
So,
That's
yep.
his room.
So, look at here. So this is his room.
What did you
Hey,
talking to?
you need to be looking. This is his room. Okay, you need to be studying this. I'm going to describe the room. but you need to be kind of listening. All right. So, now, Featherrock's room is right behind the bar here. You got to be aware that he's a mighty nervous fellow. He's very fragile, very, very fragile. So she's very protective of him. She put him clearly in like a hidden room in the bar, and she's very protective. Okay, I'll let you go see him if you promise not to upset him too much. Also, you need to know it's a kind of a bit of a mess in there, so don't point that out or it might upset him. You ready? All right, go on in. Now, the room is very well furnished, with the same parquet flooring as the main hall at the end. There is a rug of a celestial black bear in the center of the room. Next to that is a brown easy chair. Atop a small dresser sits a vase of fresh flowers, placed there by a caring Father Merrickson. All over the floor are dozens of letters scattered all around. You would struggle to walk without stepping on one of these notes. In the corner of the room, you see a small bed with a sickly halfling laying there. Sweat on his brow and soaked bedclothes. Also, he has a high fever. So this cat is not in good shape. He is very sick.
I know
Very.
what I can do.
Your party approaches. So all of you are slowly entering the room. Now imagine if you're a halfling and you're laying in there. You're kind of used to being by yourself, and all of a sudden, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 creatures walking in your room. A giant owl, a fairy, a halfling, 6 foot tall human, a wizard, and a half elf. So just put yourself in his shoes there. All right. What do you want to do?
I have high medicine. I have medicine of. I have 4+4 medicine of wisdom. I can maybe see what's wrong with him. He said he has a fever.
Okay.
See if I have ailments. Or
So right now he is like kind of passed out. He's just kind of laying there asleep. So you want to try to administer some medicine? Roll me a give me a D12 roll.
12.
Okay. So you administer some of your medicine enough to rouse him from his slumber. Okay. Now that he's awake, what would you like to do? What would you like to do? So now the man's awake. What would you like to do?
I would try to use a calm voice.
Okay.
And try to get him to talk about what happens with the wolves.
Okay. Very good. It's very wise of you guys to send the half elf, right?
She's
Because
also is kind. And
very kind, and that's
Charisma.
just like her. So Avena approaches Featherrock with your medicine. He's barely awake, but he's cognizant. She asked him what happened to you, and he says, ready? He says, I was part of the posse that's sent out to those damned wolves to dispatch those godforsaken wolves. Late one night, we were camped out. Already 3 days in those woods with no sight of those savages. We were enjoying some nice pottage, which is like a soup. And our bard was playing a soft tune about happiness and loss. So a bard's like a music man. He's like strumming on the guitar. So they're sitting around a fire, and the bard's playing the music, and they're enjoying a nice meal. The fire was warm on our cheeks, and as the wine was good too. All was good, and we were actually able to relax after a tense 3 days. That's when I thought I heard rustling behind me. Now I ignored it at first. But Tannic, oh God rest his soul, Tannic, also heard something where he was sitting across from me. But we just attributed it to twig blights, which are like, twig blights are like little walking sticks in D&D, okay? But they can be bad, but they're just like forest creatures, okay? Or magpies, which are birds, both of which live in these woods. Then I saw them. Oh, those red eyes. I saw those damned red eyes. First 2, then 4, and within seconds, it looked as though the whole forest was red with those eyes. Tannic was attacked first. His throat was open like a letter, splashing me clear in the face with his blood from across the fire. Then the entire campsite was a murder scene. There had to be 15 wolves, but all I saw was blurs of gray and red from all over my companions. As I tried to rush out of the fray, I was knocked down by one of those monsters. As I tried to climb out of the dirt, I was trampled by poor Roker, dead from another beast. I can only guess they thought me dead, for they did not come back. Now, you might call me crazy. God knows plenty of these people in this town have. But I heard them. Voices. They were arguing and talking to each other. But all my friends were dead. It was the wolves.
Animal Farm.
What?
Animal Farm.
They were arguing if they were going to eat us or not. But it was the wolves. The wolves! The wolves! The wolves! And he passes back out. Yeah.
Is there any chance he will wake up?
Nope. Because Lenore comes in the room. She heard him screaming, and she's frantically ushering you out of the room, demanding you leave him in peace, stating they got enough damage from that poor halfling. They got enough information from that poor damaged halfling. As you're leaving the room, you are crowded into the main part of the den. What would you like to do next?
The main part of the den.
So, you guys talk. Don't raise your hands. Talk. What do you want to do?
Okay, guys,
Taylor and Josie, what do you guys want to do?
There's obviously something really good, like armor, in that chest. Like, why would there just randomly be a chest? In
I
some
think
useless
we
room?
should like look at one of the letters.
Yeah. Or look at the giant.
Wait, so we're
bubble.
inside this room
No.
still?
No, she ushered you out. She pushed you out. You're in the main part of the inn now.
Right here?
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Can we
what's
go
your
back
plan? No, she's not going to let you back in. Well, I mean, by force, I guess you could.
Don't even try to kill her or whatever.
But what would you like to do now?
Can we?
So you could talk to some people. You could start to formulate a plan to attack the wolves. You could say, bump off, I'm going back home. I'm not fighting no talking wolves. You could decide to have a drink and hope it blows over.
Is there any?
We have to stay though because your dad said the guy who was talking about the force, he might come later.
Yeah.
So we don't want to leave now, or else he might.
We could go around the hall and ask if there's any smart man that knows a bunch about the woods and about these attacks.
Or we could try and sneak.
No.
Back into the rail.
We're not doing that.
There's something good in one of these.
No.
We could-
I don't care. It doesn't.
Jake,
It's not worth the while.
I mean,
Well, if we could open
get
one of the
informa-
notes.
wouldn't it be good if you're desperate to get in that room? We find the person, we talk for a little bit. Once it's nighttime, get Josie, her
Who?
unicorn
princess.
to
Princess
slap in
Princess
there,
unicorn.
get sneak in there, because he's obviously, he would be asleep.
He's dead.
Or quietly, even though if he's not, go around the edge, and you want to know about the chest, we can see the papers, she can,
We can
lift
look
up
at the
chest.
letters to see if it's like
And if it's made
anybody
out of
good or
oak, there are
bad or
probably
something.
some holes around it that Josie can peek through. So, well, first we need to find out about this guy.
Okay. So, are you guys going to walk around and ask some people about this guy that knows his way around the woods?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do so.
Okay.
Is he here?
I don't know.
You
Yeah.
go, Travis. And
I'll go
Jamie,
to
go to that side.
table.
Travis and
Who?
Shorty will go to this side.
No. Use names. What's his name?
And
Anton and then
Roscoe.
Roscoe.
Okay.
We'll go over here. Josie.
Nope.
Unicorn and
princess.
and Elena. We'll
What,
go over
what do you want to do?
For the thing,
Do you want to go talk to some people, try to find this guy?
like
So,
find people who look like kinda like people who look like a little bit weird, that like the same kind of the
Feather Rock? Okay, so you're going to look around to see if you can find any halflings, right? And talk to them.
Yes.
Okay? So you guys are going to go look for, you guys are going to ask around. Okay, so what you need to do is say I'm going to go up to this table and ask a person this. Okay?
I'm gonna go up to the far table on the left and ask if they know anyone that knows great knowledge of the forest and the attacks.
So as you lean over and ask, the person looks up from his ale and says, "Coral," and grunts this direction. "Coral," and then looks down. Okay?
So which?
So he just kind of pointed out towards the other side of the bar, which is where Anton is.
So
Let's maybe. He
You good?
has to be in a corner, like.
no, you said until the other side.
So he's probably over here.
Can I check out what this
Yeah.
Wacky-doo thing is.
Right. So that's like a private sitting area, like a couch.
Okay.
Okay. So you approach them, and what do you want to ask?
have you guys? Do you
Wait,
guys
what was
know
his
Coral?
name? He said Coral, yeah.
Well, there's 4 men at this table, and they all seem to be rough. They're very big men. They all seem to be kind of hunters and rangers. And one of them looks up from his ale and says, "What name did you say?"
Coral.
Coral.
He says, "You 3, get out of here." And so the other people sit up, and when his companions leave, he says, "It's me. What do you want? Why are you using my name?"
I was going to ask if you have any. Can
you share?
Can you help us with the forest because we are going to help stop the raids.
You got a pixie. What's your deal? What do you want?
I thought if somebody was being rude, I could fight them together and then them could fall backwards.
You could. So if someone's being rude,
He's
rude,
not being rude though.
Flat.
He's just
he's just kind of a mean old guy. Okay.
he didn't say anything to us yet.
Yeah. I'm Coral. I'm a tracker. I used to hunt these wolves until they got to talking. So that's what that feather rock says. Yeah, I know these wolves, these woods like the back of my hand. What about it?
Oh, we could maybe, if he knows him so much, we can maybe give him 50 gold pieces for he can be our, yeah. We can
Wow.
maybe bargain him to go with us, so we wouldn't get lost because.
Now wait a minute. You're offering me 50 gold pieces to do what?
So,
Track
Come
with
with
the-
us and help us with the forest.
to help us.
I don't know. I saw that fool Featherrock over there. I saw what happened to him. I don't really intend to be talking like no crazy guy. But
100.
how much you offer? Well, how much?
100
You gonna offer me 100?
No,
Yeah.
bring it down to 75.
and 100.
I mean,
Be
hell,
nice.
100 it is. All right, now I'll work with you. I'll go with you. I ain't fighting these wolves for you. I'm gonna show you where they are. Is that a deal?
Okay.
Deal.
Okay.
Deal.
Now here's another thing. I suggest we use a short break overnight to rest our bones and prepare for this dangerous task. Cause I ain't gonna hunt those wolves at night. They can see at night. They got night vision. And as you know, we don't. So if you want me to go, you'll wait till morning. You want to get a room? I'm sure Lenore can get you a place.
Yes.
I'm tired anyway. Okay, so, which is good. So now Lenore gets you each a room. She kicks the people that are in the room out. You get a room, which is good because you used the spell. So you need a short rest to actually recharge those spells anyway. So any HP you guys lost, which is none, right? So, so you guys are going to sleep overnight. Now we wake up. It's like
Darwin needs to use
Minecraft,
the
where
Darwin needs to use the rest.
Darwin needs to go potty. All right, Darwin, go potty.
Yeah,
Go back to nighttime.
Roscoe,
You
guys.
guys go.
Okay, so
Have mercy.
as the party leaves the crook, the morning sun is bright and hot. The wind blows softly. There's a slight uneasiness with Coral in the morning, but he doesn't want to talk about it. So, if someone isn't wanting to talk, and he's saying, I don't want to talk about it, what's a role you guys might be able to use to try to pull something out of him? Okay, so who would like to do
Or
a
perception.
or perception?
I have
Good.
high perception.
Okay,
What's where I have +1.
good. So what's
What do
your
you have,
perception?
+4.
Okay, roll a d8 for me. That's good.
Perception.
This is that's
Awesome.
There you are.
Tremendous.
That's a d8.
Wait,
So
guys.
what-
Guys, if we didn't have to pay the guy to go with us. We could have just used persuasion.
Yeah.
Well, you couldn't persuade him. He would have had to be paid. He wasn't gonna do it for free.
7.
Okay, that's a good roll. So you learn that Coral isn't feeling as confident about their travels as he was yesterday. He's worried about losing his life, and if Featherrock is correct, he cannot imagine what a talking wolf sounds like. Now, you guys might be asking him some questions while you guys are walking. He may have some ideas about trapping or for the wolves if you should ask. So you guys are walking towards the tree line, okay? Okay, now as you guys are walking, Coral eventually says, Adventurers, we're about to enter the wood. We need to stick together. And remember that the wolves are cunning creatures who will soon as kill you as look at you. Let's go. As you enter the wood, so you're in your marching line. You guys want to use your marching line from earlier, or you want to create a new marching line?
New.
Because
Let's-
you guys may want to create a new marching line because you may want to have.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
how about we put, okay,
I'll let you guys decide your marching line now because you
Who's
may
the-
want to have someone strong at each end.
yeah, like, who's the short, no,
Tallest to shortest.
or we can go tall, we can put two tall and strong people at the ends, because if we put tallest to shortest, they can easily just snag the Josie at the end. So we can put the two tallest people in the front,
Shortest
and
people in the
then
middle.
slowly,
Weakest in the middle.
yeah.
Okay,
I
Zamarin
can strike from the
is
side though.
6'2".
Samarin is 6'2", so you and Travis. So Travis.
Okay, so who's in the lead of this line?
Let's go. You
Okay, so Zamarin.
and then Travis.
At the end.
No, who's that? Who's that? Who's at the end?
Anton. from-
Anton.
What about me?
You're
And then-
later.
How tall are you?
5'5".
Wait.
And what's your
I'm
strength?
5'4".
What is
I
your
have the
strength?
highest strength here.
So then you will go.
She's 0 strength.
Then Tea Leaf will
Roscoe.
go. Roscoe will go in front of Travis.
Okay, Roscoe.
So Roscoe's second to last, and
Me?
then and then it's gonna go me.
So after Zamarin is...
Wait, no, I'm gonna be behind
Yeah.
you,
After Zamarin is Darvin.
and then it's gonna be then Taylor.
And then Josie.
So Taylor be third to last, and then Josie is behind me.
Do we put Coral in the
Wait,
middle?
who's this? Because I don't know who that is.
Do we put Coral in the middle?
No,
Princess.
Coral needs me in the front to lead. And so Princess Unicorn would be in dead center in the
Okay.
middle of us.
And then
Coral's
Avena is after Princess Unicorn.
Mhm.
Okay, it's a good walking line. So Coral, Zamarin, Darvin, Princess Unicorn, Avena, Roscoe, then Anton. That's our walking line. Okay, so as you enter the wood, the sun is all but blotted out by the tree canopy above. The temperature drops by several degrees. Okay? There is an earthly odor all around. This kind of smells like dirt. Grass and moss fills the air. There are small animals making noises all around you, though you don't see many. Occasionally, a small bird will swoop low, but it's out of reach. Far away, you hear a soft howl of a wolf. Coral grunts with concern. See, oh, Coral grunts with concern. Okay. Now it's about 11 a.m. at this point. You're walking through the wood. and you cannot see much of the sun. Slim rays dart here and there all around the ground around you. Suddenly, you feel a slight shake of the ground around you. You hear snapping twigs.
Battle.
Something is rushing towards you.
Let's go.
You can hear a slight growling / hooting sound. Something big is coming.
Battle
What would you
formation.
like to do?
Getting ready. Move
Battle
position.
formation.
Okay,
So,
4 people look 4 ways so we don't get attacked
Yeah.
from the back.
Okay, so you hear it coming from, say, that direction.
Always
How
look
do you
behind.
want to position yourselves?
Oh, okay. We
Look,
could put.
Now you have a chance because here's the thing. You're kind of being surprised, but the owlbear has a minute to come. By the way, it's going to be owlbear, sorry. Whatever's coming at you is still coming. You have time to present yourselves. So, how do you want to? So you want to do a V formation.
We can put Josie at the top to
Who's
scout. Princess Unicorn at the.
So put Princess Unicorn up in the tree.
Yeah. So then
Okay.
she can tell us which way it's coming,
Okay.
coming from, and we can Because probably gonna want to counter our surprise. Unicorn could just say, he's coming this way.
Okay.
Fighter
So
be ready.
where do you want to be?
Just in
In the back, so then you can use spells.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
a wizard, so you want to
Yeah.
be on the point.
You want the
Yeah,
tough guys
the
in the
point.
back and like the archers in the back.
All right. So
back,
you want? I
you
want
yeah.
Darvin at the
range
point. Where do you want to be, Roscoe?
in the front.
In the front, because I'm strong.
Okay. Where do you want to be? So you have spells.
You want to be in the back too?
I'll be in the back, I guess.
So you're back. So we'll put you about 5 feet from Darvin. So Avena. Okay. Where do you want to be?
I'll be in the front with Jimmy.
Be in the front.
and then let's
Anton. Where do you want Zamarin to be?
Xamarin, you could be, and you should be with Coral, like
Coral.
calming him down.
Okay.
because
So
he's-
Coral is off to the side, and I'm protecting Coral
Yes.
just to make sure
No,
He
he's
doesn't
not
calm.
attacked.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm protecting Coral. Okay.
Just, like,
Okay. So an owlbear comes crashing through the bushes and growls angrily "Arr!" at the party. Okay. By the way, you say he's coming this way.
He's coming this way.
Okay. So this is a male owlbear, obviously agitated and ready for a fight. You notice the creature is limping, very thin. You notice several barely healing wounds clotted with thick black blood. The animal ignores its injuries when it notices the party and readies for attack. Okay. This
is that what you want
is an owlbear.
Big boy.
This is one of the classic monsters in Minecraft. Or not Minecraft, but D&D. So, this is what you're going to fight. Okay? Okay. Let me get my book here, make sure.
So we could. He's gonna be rushing at us. He's probably gonna be slashing. So we maybe want Janie. You have the most hit power. Maybe we should go. You go first. You run up, slash him with your axe or something. Go back. So.
All right, let's roll for
idea.
battle.
Mhm.
You have
So-
to pick someone. Spell.
Yeah.
So we need to roll for battle. See who goes in what place. So roll 20. Everyone's going to roll 20. Tell me your numbers.
7.
Okay.
Jimmy.
Do I use
Yep.
1.
Okay. So you'll go last.
14.
Can I roll
You
again?
rolled mine.
That's fine. They're all the same.
Swirl.
So 14
2.
to roll Josie.
Oh no, Josie, please don't be the high number.
6.
Okay. So Anton. Darvin, what'd you roll?
7.
7. No, I got to roll for the bear. 19.
Ooh.
So the bear goes second. So actually, the bear goes first. So owlbear.
What?
So Anton.
So we have to. So we can go first in attacking, but can like 2 of us go on one side and then one of us attack down the middle?
Well, you guys are positioning yourself. So the owlbear is going to be right here. So you guys position yourself
Can we
already.
enclose them?
Well, yeah, you can by you can say you want to move in, and so you can move in, and maybe Roscoe wants to move in over here, so you can try to pinch him. Is what you guys want to do. You want to try to stop us?
Let's
Yes.
agree.
I thought
Avena.
if I will get out of the tree, I can flap my wings at the alligator.
Yeah, you're gonna fight him.
You
Okay.
could like use.
Zamarin's not gonna fight unless he is, and if the owlbear decides he wants to attack Zamarin, he'll be in a fight. But right now, Zamarin and Coral are far enough away that they're not really part of us.
You could Josie be like a. Because you probably won't do that much. Well, what attacks do you have? Oh, Josie has. Is that Josie?
Hey, Roscoe, you're still part of this. You should not be doing something on there. Pay attention.
Josie is
Okay.
+7.
Yeah.
Josie,
Josie got some power on her.
Okay. Just because you're going last doesn't mean you're not an important part of this thing, so you need to be focusing here. Okay. So, use the same armor classes as before. Where's my... Okay, so the owlbear is going to roll. He's going to... So, he comes in. First one you can see is Roscoe. So what is your... He's going to attack Roscoe. What is your... 12? Okay. 3. I want to make sure he's got... strength plus 5 is still just an 8. So he uses his beak. He tries to attack you, but he falls and it hits the ground and he cries. When he hits the ground, you guys can see more scars on his back. He has been beaten to hell. Alright, so actually after the owlbear is Anton.
Okay. I'm...
So what are you going to use?
Try to say you want to hit him in one weak spot.
Can I use a long sword? Can I use my long sword and attack him on the...
Back. It says he's
Well, you're just
Leg.
going to attack. Okay, so
Okay.
you're going to attack. Okay, so roll.
4.
4. What's your strength?
3. 7.
3. Okay, so you swing your sword and it gets stuck in the ground. All right. Avena.
Okay.
So roll your d20.
What are you gonna do?
Oh yeah. What's your attack going to be?
Okay.
So you want to do one of these or your spell?
I think a spell would be good.
Okay. You want to try your which one? You want to try the chill hand again?
So,
Chill touch.
and that was kind of disgusting. What's the mage hand?
Okay. Let's see.
The what? Oh, that's probably even worse. A mage is like a spike
So
ball.
mage hand is a spectral floating hand appears at a point you choose within range. The hand lasts for the duration, or you dismiss it as an action. The hand vanishes as it's ever more than 30 feet from you. Let's see. The hand lasts for the duration. You can use your action to control the hand. You can use the hand to manipulate an object, open a door, container, store, receive, report components.
I
So
would keep that. just in
yeah,
case
yeah. I
need
don't.
it.
The hand can't attack, so it's good
Okay.
if you need to move stuff, but it's not going to be an attack. So
Okay,
you want
use,
to
like
use
firebolt. Or...
Yeah, I think firebolt.
firebolt. Okay, let's see what firebolt.
It's gotta be an attack.
It actually lifts up objects.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Ooh, here we go. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 fire damage. A flammable object hit by this spell ignites if it isn't being worn or carried. The spell's damage increases by 1d10 when you reach 5th level. So it's pretty good.
Okay.
So roll your d20. 7. All right. So your firebolt actually ignites in your hand, and it does 1 point damage to you. So, Avena, let's see. Yeah, 12, so you have 11 hit points. Okay. Darvin, what are you going to do?
I'm going to.
You're You're coming up after Travis, okay?
Okay.
Now, an Albert, I can't tell you how many hit points it has. I can't tell you, but
It's
it is
weakened
a very,
though, right?
it's weakened. It is a very fierce, very big opponent. Like
So
this is what you're fighting.
it's probably big old hit points, but it's damage. Probably around 20s.
If I do like piercing damage, would it like? I don't know. Like,
Just pick one.
okay,
It's fine.
I'll do my crossbow.
Okay, so you're gonna hit it with the crossbow. Go ahead and roll.
One.
Oh no. Horrible.
So you aim your crossbow, you sneeze, and you shoot yourself in the foot. You take 3 damage for your mistake. So
You lose
Darvin,
20 damage.
you are at 17 health. Anton, see the dice are not being kind to you guys right now.
No, I don't like this die. Lisa.
Alright.
The
Okay.
guy should die.
I am going to use my dagger of sacrifice.
Okay.
And that's 3d6s. Well, that's for later.
It's good. So it hits.
20.
Woo! So that's a nat 20. It's definitely a good hit. So
Double.
you're gonna use what are you gonna use?
Dagger sacrifice. It's
Okay.
3d6s.
So you roll the d6 3 times, and that's the damage it does.
3d6.
Okay.
And Jamie gave it to me, I think.
Dagger of sacrifice, 3d6. Okay. So let's see, because it says sacrifice. So usually that's probably not. Let's see.
No, because it locks him inside a thing, it sacrifices him. It makes him disappear, whatever.
Yeah, it sacrifices their soul.
Dagger of sacrifice. It's a weapon. It's rare, often created by witches to aid in their spelling. Ritual daggers can be used when found by others. Let's see. It gives the wielder 1 bonus. Okay, yeah, use it. Alright, so you roll a d6 3 times. Alright? And then we're going to double that. 3, 3, 3, 6.
7,
So it does-
21 damage.
So
Plus 3, so 24.
24 damage. Okay, so when we're battling, if a creature goes below 50%, I say it's bloody. Okay,
Yeah.
so you throw in your dagger of sacrifice multiple times. It spreads out since it's magic, and it hits the owlbear in about 10 different places. Okay, the owlbear stumbles back, screaming, in obvious pain. It is very bloodied. It's dripping blood as we speak. And it's gearing up, but it's panting. It's definitely looking sick, but this is an owlbear. It's going to fight to the death. It's not going to give up. Okay?
Less than 50.
I have a question.
So yeah, probably 30.
Okay. What's your question?
Do I still have my
You took my,
balloon?
my
Yeah, I don't know. We got to figure out what to do with that. Okay, hold on. Here's Josie. So, I'm sorry. Princess Unicorn, you have a short sword or a long bow. Let's see. Let's do... You can do a long bow. It gives you a 7 attack. So, it's like a big bow and arrow. So, go ahead and roll. 15 with a...
Jackson gave it.
Hey, you're part of this. Please stop. When we're focusing, I'm trying to help. If you're talking out, you're making it hard for everyone else. So, Princess Unicorn rolled a 15. She's got, let's see, a 0, but that's okay because that's a good roll. So now she's going to roll her D8. So let's find your D8, which is this one. Roll it. 3 plus 3 is 6 plus 5 is 11. So you do 11 damage. So you pull back your bow and arrow. You look at that owlbear right in the eye and you let it go. You let your arrow go. It hits him right in the shoulder. Again. The owlbear falls and now it's actually on all fours. It is very much wounded. Okay? Okay. But it's not done yet. So now the owlbear's turn. So the owlbear's panting.
Wait, isn't it?
It's clearly... Oh, you haven't rolled yet, have you? Okay, down to... Roscoe, can you pass this down? Alright, what are you going to do?
I'm going to use my scimitar.
Okay.
19.
19. That's a good roll. So what's your hit dice for that?
1d6 plus
Okay.
7 plus 4.
Okay.
2 plus 7, 9 plus 4, 13.
All right. So you pick up your scimitar and you saunter casually over to the owlbear. It's you can see it's weak. You pick its head up. You make it look you in the eye. And then you say, "Hoot, hoot, mother hooter," and you jam it right in its nose. And its beak explodes with blood. And its face, you jam it so hard that you actually feel it push through its skull and out the back. And its face just peels in half and it falls dead. And as you pull your scimitar out, you see you actually got a chunk of the beak with you.
Take it.
So, the owlbear is dead.
Very good. No, it's still
So,
alive.
that owlbear was very much wounded. Its hit point was naturally 114. It was so wounded and so injured that it's down to a 40. So, this is why you guys did not have to fight it very long. So, now. Okay.
It's just not
After
good.
taking down the owlbear, you notice the injuries on the beast. So now you guys need to do a wisdom check. And we need to do a couple wisdom checks.
I won.
Okay. So I need to do a wisdom check.
Josie.
Wisdom is +2. She's got a
I have
14, so
+1.
it's got
I'm
+2.
+2.
I
Okay.
have +1.
So Josie, roll your d20.
She's just over.
All right, 13. That's a good roll. So you notice that its injuries were caused by sharp claws. Okay, and it's obvious that they were caused by wolves, and they're more than 3 weeks old. So they're about 3 weeks old. So right around when the people were saying this has started happening, you notice there are scorch marks on the fur as well. Burn marks. There's big patches of fur missing, burned. Okay, you know that owlbears are nocturnal in nature, and in fact, this monster out during the day, it's very odd. Also, wolves rarely attack owlbears. Coral says, we'd better keep going. We're getting close to the wolf den now. Keep on your toes, boys. This wood is haunted. So, it's a very odd thing for that owlbear to have. Owlbears don't really attack. Okay? All right. So, you've been walking a bit further, and suddenly Coral says, shh, stay low. We're getting close to the lair now. Okay? He motions for you to get low with him. You are close to the tree line, about 30 feet away. You can make out a small cave formation about 30 feet beyond that. About 15 feet away, you see a small fire being lit. Another plume of smoke appears to be coming from a point in the cliff just beyond your field of vision. So, we see in front of us, we see a field, we see a cave formation, kind of like a curve, and we see a plume of smoke coming out from a little bit we can't really see. Okay? Around the cave opening, you see 6 wolves. Most are involved with different activities. Some are mending a fence. Others are working a fire, while others are tearing apart a sheep carcass, possibly from yesterday's raid. On each, you see a bright yellow ribbon tied around their necks. Again, how are wolves able to tie ribbons? Overall, the wolves are at ease. They're very calm. This is an oddly peaceful scene and too organized for normal wolves. Okay? Would you like to do a perception check?
Perception. I have +4 perception.
So Josie has perception. She has a +2. So you have a +4.
I
Okay.
have +1.
+1. You have +4. Okay. So you have +4. What's your perception? So it's +4. Okay. So, what is your wisdom?
2.
Oh, what is your number for wisdom?
2.
No. you
No,
have-
like the big number.
Oh, the big number? 15.
Okay, good. So, you do a perception check. You succeed. You notice you guys are kind of crawled up to the tree line here. So right here, you kind of crawled up. This is where the wolves are.
Yeah.
Hey, Roscoe, again, you're part of this. You're crawled up right here. The wolves' den is right here. You notice there is a thin tripwire about 2 inches above the ground. Okay? Along the line are bone noisemakers, clearly a proximity alarm. The smoke you saw earlier is actually coming from a hole in the cave ceiling. It's a fire burning in one of the far rooms of the system, big enough to squeeze through, but right above a fire. What would you like to do? So, you know, in front of you, there are 6 wolves. Also, a little bit away, there's a hole you could climb down in. There's a fire right above it. So, we have to get to the den somehow. What do you guys want to do?
We could.
I could
We
sneak
could.
there.
We probably should investigate or do something about the wire because we don't want to.
Well, you already saw the wire. So, you know the wire's there. As
How
long
tall
as
is
you
it?
don't trigger the wire, they're not going to know you're there. But it's the middle of the day. It's probably around 2 o'clock by this time. So, sun's out. There's 6 wolves that have very strong perception. Okay? These wolves cannot be tricked. You can't really sneak around them. So, what would you like to do? What seems like the only option?
Going through the hole, the
Okay.
fire hole.
Okay. So you guys climb the 6 of you. Climb, or actually 5 of you, because Zamoran's staying back with Coral. You flitter to the top. You kind of climb around the side where they don't see you, and you look down. Okay. Let's see. So you're up there, and you see 2 wolves. 2 larger wolves than the rest of the pack. They're talking. What would you like to do?
We need to hear them.
Okay. Guys want to listen?
Yeah, does he
Okay.
need animal handling for that?
Nope, because
Just
they
check.
speak
Okay.
English.
Okay.
Okay. You see 2 very large wolves having an argument. The female Flame and the male is Bolt. So one is named Flame. What happened to our owlbear?
Hot. Fire.
Okay.
Scorched.
And one is named Bolt.
Electricity.
Okay. They're pacing around the fire, arguing about the future of the pack. Well, I don't care what the pack says. This new group of men frighten me. I think they're talking about you. We better seem organized and stronger. They seem organized and stronger than the rest of the men in town. We have to stop them. We're smarter now. We can scare them. We can kill them without even thinking about it. If we kill these new men, we can begin killing more of the townspeople and eventually clear that entire town out for our own kind to roam free. Now listen, Flame. We are smarter now, yes. We can use that intelligence to move away from man with their spikes and hot balls of burning. We need to hold more small-scale raids before moving on deeper into the woods. We can help our own by moving away from the man. Bolt is more calm than Flame, speaking in small, soft tones, almost whispering. A few more rounds of the argument, and they grow tired of each other and move into the main complex. So they leave the cave they're in. What do you guys want to do?
So there's 4 wolves. out
So there's
there.
6 wolves out the entrance. Flame and Bolt were in that room you were in, but now they're gone.
Is the fire still active?
It's a very small fire, so you could probably use a little bit of dexterity to move around it.
Okay, I got +3 dexterity.
Yeah. Try.
So you can do so if you guys want to
Try. Jamie
Has
four.
+4.
I have
Alright.
+4 dexterity.
if you want to move
tiny.
so if you want to try to jump down into the cave, you need to do a dexterity roll for me. So all of you are going to do it, so you need to roll for me. Okay?
To see who goes
so,
in.
No, all of you are going in, right?
Okay,
Okay,
just-
but you need to roll dexterity to avoid getting burned, is what it amounts to.
Okay.
So, yep, roll that one. So you don't need to because you can just fly down.
Oh.
Okay, so roll for me.
For
Yep, roll 20.
It's 9.
Okay, that's a good roll. All right, what's your dexterity?
2.
2. Good
11.
roll. Okay, roll.
Wait. 11.
11
Okay.
plus 4 is 15.
Good roll. So you do a somersault away from the fire. Okay, Darvin, you just go magic mist and you just kind of float down next to it. You kind of pat yourself off. Like, yeah, wizard. All right, Anton. Oh, Anton, you're like, I got this guy's watch, and you're running up to the hole and you trip and you fall right on your chest. Luckily, because you're so tall and lanky, it does minimum damage. It does two burning damage to you, so you have 12 health now.
2.
Can I roll that?
Yeah.
9 plus dexterity.
Plus 2.
Plus 2, 11.
It's a good roll. All right, and then you don't have to roll. Okay.
But one kid
So,
with the
so that the half elf, she says, "Fire, please walk out of the way." And the fire actually gets up, moves out of the way. And she just kind of jumps down, and she's fine.
couldn't have done that.
And
with
she
me.
looks at Anton. She goes, "You should have used niceness." So now you guys are in the cave.
I'm the
Okay.
same nice, and this is her.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
Of course.
Once inside the cave, you are now in the cave complex. So you are now in the home of the wolves, if you will. I can show you the complex. This is it right there. So this is where you just jumped in.
So there's 3 chambers.
Okay, this is where you just jumped in. All right. So there's 3 chambers, and I will describe each chamber so you can see.
Wow.
Okay. The room you are in appears to be a meeting place, and you can see the main complex from where you are. Wolves come and go into this area, but no wolves appear to attempt the meeting room without the alphas. So no one will go into that meeting room without Flame and Bolt. Okay, so Flame and Bolt are in charge. You see crude drawings on the wall. Would someone like to do... I need an intelligence check to make out what
Intelligence.
they are. So I need an intelligence check.
Oh no, I'm plus 3.
Yeah, but what's your number?
16.
Okay, good. All right.
I've seen.
Okay, the drawing. So Anton peers over, still kind of smoldering from his fire encounter. He's kind of patting it out.
Still dying.
Roscoe looks up and goes, "Oh, you should roll better, mate." The drawing depicts the pack's fight with the humans in the town. Some images also depict humans sharing gifts with the wolves before they left. Directly across the main complex, you make out a smaller room, stuffed with carcasses of sheep, as well as piles of small books and dry goods, possibly from recent raids. So that's the one at the very far end over there.
Yeah.
There is another vein you cannot make out from here. What would you like to do?
Can we go in the... So you said we can... so you know there are crates in there? Or
You
it says
want
it.
to go see them?
Yeah, can I
There's
look at
probably
crates?
people in there. They'll have to have good stealth.
No, I bet you they have the good stuff in the room that we can't go to.
Alright.
Without Bolt.
So you want to go?
Look in the crates.
Okay. So as a pack, you're going to leave the crates, but I need you to roll D12 for dexterity. So what's your stealth or dexterity? You should have really high.
Dexterity, I think I had plus 5. Am I? No, that's on saving throws. Plus 3
Okay.
for dexterity.
Good. So roll.
D12, you said?
Yep. I want all of you to roll a D12.
Isn't this one?
So it's the one that it's the.
Smaller, yeah.
This one?
Yep. Everyone roll.
I got a 5
Okay.
plus 3, 8.
Okay.
8 out of 12.
For dexterity?
Yep. Roll for stealth is what we're doing.
8.
Oh, wait.
My
Stop.
stealth is 4. No, it's 2.
9.
Okay.
I
9.
have to see my stuff.
It's
Yeah,
dexterity.
Oh.
8. Okay.
10.
All right. Roll, Josie. Hey. Okay. So as you are sneaking out of the room, everyone's kind of sneaking like Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Anton notices that there's a little bit of ember still burning on his chest. He goes, "That's just enough to trigger an alarm."
What? What do you want?
Guards come flooding in.
We're gonna have to
The
find
guards call from backup, and they bring 6 wolves
Okay,
along with the alphas, Flame and Bolt. So there's 8 wolves. Flame is ready to battle, but Bolt looks apprehensive. Okay, so I need someone to roll for charisma to try to
I
talk,
have
try to talk it out. Okay, roll your D12.
Okay, D12.
Similar. Wait, move
Gotta
that
get
one out.
this.
9.
Not high enough.
What?
So
Wait, what did
Wait.
But 9
Plus
plus
3.
3.
okay,
9, 10,
not
11,
high enough.
12.
Sorry.
What
be
was
14.
it?
All right.
Wait, you told her to roll a 12.
Sorry, sometimes it doesn't work. All right, so
What? To roll a 12.
I told her to roll a d12 and then you have to get 14.
Didn't work.
It's not
Okay.
possible.
So,
Unless you rolled it. No,
so I'll tell you what. So that was a good roll. During the fight, we'll stop and we'll try to parlay. Okay. So now we have a battle. All right. So you guys are just out of that room. So you're kind of pinched in. So you guys want to do a similar formation when you fought the owlbear, or do you want to try something? I really can't go too far because there's going to be 8 wolves plus our alphas coming in, and I need my pack here.
Maybe like
Circle.
Ooh, boy. Okay. These are going to be hard to fight.
I could be in the front because I have a shield. I can like
We're almost done. This is like the boss battle. Okay.
I could be in the front because I have shield. I could like block their elements.
Okay. So let's think of like a formation like this. So you guys are just coming out of the cave right here. So you're gonna have bad guys lined up like this. How do you want to position yourselves? All of you are going to have to battle because of where you are. None of you are going to be able to hide. So
You could do.
actually, let's see, Roscoe, where do you want to be?
Me?
We're going to put Flame and Bolt right up front. They're gonna lead the attack.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Are they harder to beat than all the other wolves?
Yes.
They are the alpha, so yeah.
Okay, so
Probably won't be a single shot to the head, and that's it. That's all it takes.
Probably like 20.
I'm gonna go second.
So you want to be right in between them?
No,
No, where do you want to be?
I'm right behind someone else, like one of these.
Well, you
You're
wouldn't
the
be
strongest.
close.
Yeah, you're the strongest.
I am.
And he's got like 11 health or something.
Yeah, okay, I'll be in the front.
Okay, so we have Roscoe. Where do you want to be, Avena?
I have a longbow, so I can shoot from
I
there.
don't know.
Probably the back. So then you can use your spells. You have that one big boy spell that
Yeah.
lightning.
Not big boy.
Yeah, the
So that
What did you do to
What
Jet?
the
What's up,
heck?
dude? We just action and stuff on.
He's straight.
You want to come in and we'll hang out? We're finishing up the battle. Oh yeah. All right. All right.
I'll be like,
Nice, man.
I'll
If you
be
want to
like-
play, just check it out. And if it's your thing, that's fine. If it ain't your thing, ain't no one gonna say anything to it.
fine, I'll be like the last.
Okay. Where do you want to be?
I
Get
would.
used to Darvin.
I want to be in the front.
Okay. So Darvin's up here. Where do you want to
be
be?
in the back.
In the
very
back because you're
back.
damaged.
Yeah.
11 health. I got
So-
a longbow.
So we
Just
just so they are trying to figure out some things with like the wolves, or we're battling some wolves, and Anton here fell through a hole and got caught on fire. And as we were trying to sneak out of this room, he had another bad roll, and he screamed because he saw himself still on fire, and it triggered all the bad guys to come attack him. So this is why we're in the battle right now. And then of course we've got Princess Unicorn here. She's going to be behind Avena, but she's a strong battler. All right, so now we have to roll for the order.
Who's the person that got caught on fire?
Travis.
Travis.
All right, so we need to roll 20 to see the order. Flame and Bolt rolled a 9. Okay.
Oh, bet.
That's good, you guys.
Okay.
Just
So
the
roll.
one.
Okay.
12. Okay. Yeah.
Taylor, you roll.
Okay. Get your cue back here.
It's not mine.
It's someone else.
Come on. Get it, Taylor.
18. So
Jackson, are you good?
I'm decent.
Travis, are you good?
15.
nice.
You just
Okay.
got burnt alive.
I'm better than you.
Anton,
It's
Darvin.
just what?
Roll.
20?
Roscoe.
What is that?
17.
17. Wow. Okay. So Anton.
I can know who we got then on the.
That's a
like,
good
fighting.
roll.
I know. I
Roscoe,
can.
Darvin.
Should have saved it for the fighting.
Hey.
Roscoe.
Princess Unicorn, roll.
What's your name? What's your name?
Anton.
Right here.
Did you get to pick it?
Well, you picked it.
9.
It was in like a.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll again because that's the same roll as our bad guys. 20.
Josie.
All right. So Princess Unicorn goes first. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then actually our bad guys have to go last. So
Perfect. Most hits. Hopefully they miss every single shot though.
okay, so let's see. Now let's have we have our battle order. So it's gonna go Princess Unicorn, Avena, Anton, Roscoe, Darvin, and then Flame and Bolt. Okay? So
Who's playing Bolt?
that's our bad guys. Here you go. Roll. So let's see. Princess Unicorn is going to use. You know your longbow worked really well last time. Let's see. If you do your short sword, you get to do it. You get to roll 2 times damage. So that's really good.
And
So-
isn't it +7 or whatever? Attack bonus?
Yes. Actually, our longbow is +7. I like that. So go ahead and roll. Let's see if your attack is good.
20.
4 plus.
Oh.
She has. What do we use? Strength. Okay. So her longbow hit the ground and kicked off a little bit of the corner. So now. So
My
she did not have a good roll.
No,
All right. Here you go.
Whose turn?
I'm gonna use
Um,
my.
no, actually, it's Avena. Then Anton. Then Roscoe.
Which one do I roll? The 20?
The 20.
Wait, what? I got a 17.
I
Yeah.
got a.
She got a 20.
18.
She got an 18. He got a. What did you get? A 12?
No, it's like a 15.
Got a 50.
15. Okay, so we'll switch Roscoe and Anton then. All right. And then what attack do you want to do?
I want to do
Big boy.
the chill touch again.
Okay. So you want to roll. You want to do chill touch. Okay. So that one melts the bad guys. All right. Go ahead.
14.
14 plus.
0.
So 0, but that's a good roll. So which one do you want to attack? Flame or bolt?
I feel like flame.
What's this dice?
Okay.
That's a 4.
Wait, it melts the.
It melts.
Yeah.
It like.
Okay.
blocks
So-
it up.
You rolled a what? Your D8? Do you guys remember? To roll how many? She rolled a D8
For
to
what?
the chill touch.
No, she didn't have to roll anything because it's a spell, right?
Yeah, but no, she had to roll for the damage. It's a spell, it automatically work, but she had to roll for how much damage it did. Let's see.
Yeah, it would probably be a D8. It's out of 100.
It's at 100.
So your 0 is 100.
1 D8 necrotic damage. So roll your D8, and we're gonna see how much damage it did. So
For like 56.
that's your D8 right there. So let's see what damage it does.
7.
7. Okay, so
Perfect.
you pull out your chill touch, and Flame, her eyes kind of light up because she sees this hand materializing, and it reaches out and it grabs her by the leg, and she howls because it's cinching her legs. Okay.
Is she bloody?
Does 7.
He wish.
I don't know. It's 7 damage.
Okay. All right. Roscoe. So what do you want to use, or what do you want to do?
My short
I
sword.
got
Your short sword. Okay. Which one do you want to attack? Flame or bolt? Bolt. Okay.
The chill one?
Wait, no. Wait, which one did Josie attack?
Flame.
Flame.
Which one did Taylor attack?
Flame.
Fine.
Flame's the aggressive one. Bolt's chilling.
I'll do flame.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all gonna attack flame.
12 plus
What do you do?
4.
4, 16.
Good hit. So
gonna get
roll
mine.
for your damage.
This game's interesting.
6,
6 plus 7
which is
is.
11.
No, it's not. 6 plus
13.
7 is
6 plus 7.
13 plus 4
17.
is 17. And
So-
17 damage.
17 damage from Flame.
Uh-huh.
Not even close to bloody.
Are you on
Okay. So which one did you use?
Jamie, what did you use?
What did you use?
My
Short sword.
So you pick up your short sword, you pull it out, and you move up and you stab her right in the shoulder. She howls out in pain. She rips the short sword out, and you retreat back. Okay.
So she took my short sword?
No, you still
take
have
it
it.
back.
She kind of ripped it out of her. Okay. Darvin.
She's not bloody.
I'm gonna use my light crossbow.
Okay.
12.
12. What's your strength multiplier?
1.
1.
13.
Okay, so you pull out your sword, your crossbow.
Mhm.
Okay, and you aim it, and it misfires.
Aw.
Okay. All right. So now it's Flame and Bolt's turn. All right.
Wait, did you go, Travis?
Yeah.
Yeah, he missed.
What?
You missed.
No.
Did you go?
No.
You didn't go yet?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Your turn.
No. I'm gonna use my dagger of sacrifice.
Or are you gonna use
Yeah, dagger of sacrifice.
Okay.
5.
You pull out the dagger of sacrifice,
And
and,
it falls.
Flame says, "What is that? A toothpick?" And you just kind of let it go. All right.
Stab him.
Grab it.
Right in the.
All right, hold on. We need
What?
those.
What? Do
Okay.
Why are you getting
I don't know.
his roll?
I know. I'm just saying.
Here you go.
You get-
Sometimes the rolls come to you, sometimes they don't. Okay, so now Flame is going to roll. So Flame, she looks up and she sees that Princess Unicorn is looking a little too shifty. She sees your little wings flutter, so she's going to attack you. She's going to use her bite. She's going to bite. But you have a armor class of 14. So let's see what happens. 18. All right.
Of course.
So now she has 1d6 plus 3. So I need d6. 4 plus 3 is 7. All right. So 7. All right. Let's see. Princess Unicorn, you are down to 13 points. All right. Now Bolt he's not wanting to fight right now. Okay. He will, however, protect Flame if he sees her getting bloodied. So just keep that aware. All right, we're going to reset. Princess Unicorn, it's your turn. So you want to use how about your longbow again? So go ahead, and you're going to attack Flame, because of course. 5. So you pull out your longbow, and you look at it, you want to give it a kiss, but then your lipstick causes the longbow, the bow to slip off and you run away crying. Okay, so it doesn't work. All right, Avena. So you've already used your chill hand. You can't use it again.
Okay.
So use one of your.
What?
Hey, Anton, help Avena pick an attack to use.
You should probably use the darts
Yeah.
because it's.
I'll use
Why do you want
the
COL.
Cologne.
It's easy. The COLOGN.
I'm gonna use the dart.
Okay. Hey, we're still doing a thing. So she's gonna use a dart on which one?
So who's the best
On
one?
flame.
Flame. Okay, so roll your 20. Where's your 20?
Who has the most powers?
Yeah, this is
Okay.
It's
the
just
20.
string, but that was
No, I think it's your 12.
No, it's
Wait,
not.
the secret?
Okay, good.
Okay.
sometimes. He's like
2.
Oh.
All right. So she pulls out her dagger. She throws it at Flame. Flame catches it with her mouth and throws it back at her. Okay. So,
So, can you die
Roscoe.
in this game?
Hmm?
Yeah.
Can you die?
Yeah.
But do you get revived?
Come on.
Sometimes you can.
But once you die, you're done?
For now, you can completely die. It's very uncommon though. All right. What'd you roll?
How do you beat the game?
13 plus 4 is 7.
So 13. So 13 what?
I
17.
got 13, and then I got my strength is plus 4, which is
Okay.
6.
So what attack do you want to
When
use?
is the game over?
My scimitar.
Okay. So go ahead and roll for your attack.
It never ends.
I'll tell. We're almost done. I'll let you guys know.
4 plus 7 is 11, and then plus. Do I add strength too?
Yes. 15.
Okay, 15 damage.
Okay.
I do the most damage. Travis. There.
How do you control a dice roller?
Let me see.
Okay. So you.
I'll try.
So you are about 15 feet away. You want to move in. So say I move in to attack.
I move into attack.
Okay, so you move into attack. You hit her in her. You pull out your scimitar and you hit her right in that same shore as she was hit before. She howls out in pain. She falls on the ground and she's writhing in pain. At this point, Bolt stops the fight. He says, "Everyone stop. I need to talk. This has gone on long enough. Enough of my people have been injured. Let us parley." So, he says, "We were minding our own business, moving about our forest, when a man trespassed on our land. This man, the Lightbringer, we later called him, put up a fight." Who do you think this is?
The hunter guy that we brought on. Or it's the.
Oh, it's that one
Oh,
it's
messed
that-
up guy.
Fly.
Nope.
Oh, it's us.
Okay.
Is it the wizard?
So they're talking about him. This Lightbringer we called and put up a fight. We do not know his name. But during the battle, now I don't remember much from this time, but there was a bright flash of light and a loud crack. When the light was gone, so was the man. Us wolves found that our brains began working much faster than before and immediately discovered we could talk much like you. Human, we learned to use our new abilities to help the pack. Now our cubs do not have to venture out for food during the winters, and our elderly do not have to fend for themselves. We worked together drove off an owlbear that plagued us for years. We now live in his cave and call it our own. So, you guys remember the owlbear?
Mm-hmm.
So they're living in his cave. They chased him out. About how long were the wounds on his back?
3 weeks.
About 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
So he has been out for about 3 weeks, starving, and he came across you. That's how. So they're living in his cave. Okay. Now Flame, she's still hurt, but she says, "This is our land. We were here before the humans. They are scum." And he says, "Enough. Now I know these. I do not like the humans in Welton. They have killed our own over the years, and they are vicious. However, it's becoming clear that we cannot fight them forever. I will be willing to bargain a peace treaty with you. We will be allowed to control these woods. There is nothing of value for man anyway, as well as the uninhabited lands to the west. For this parley, we will no longer raid the villages and will keep predators away from Welton. What do you think?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, but then we wouldn't get the money, right?
No, we wouldn't. Because we drove.
Oh, yeah.
The deal is to put it into the violence. So this would be it. So what say you, wizard?
Yes.
Okay. What say you, halfling?
Yeah.
What say you, thief?
Yep.
What say you, half elf?
Yes.
What say you, princess butterfly?
Yes.
Okay. I'm so happy. We might have a deal. I just want to... And then as soon as he says that, Flame jumps up, pounces on him, accusing him of being a coward. She jumps on him, she bites him, and she leaves him for dead. Now, but she is still alive. So, we think that he's badly injured. He's out of the fight. Now, the rest of the fighters pull him out, and he's gone. So now it's just Flame. So now we have to finish the fight with Flame.
A good thing we
Is
injured
she bloodied?
her.
She is bloodied.
'Cause
So now, who bloodied her? You? Okay. Darvin, your roll. So what do you want to do?
I want to
Do I
do
go after
my
him?
crossbow.
Yep. You already went. Yeah, you do.
I got 3.
Okay. So your crossbow misfires and shoots the ceiling. Ching, it's gone. All right. Anton,
Do your
Make
dagger.
make a good roll.
Do
Okay,
your dagger.
dagger sacrifice used against Flame.
Okay.
5.
That's good.
Okay. The dagger of sacrifice sacrificed itself and went back in your pocket.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought you-
So now it's Flame. So Flame is bloodied. Flame is very weak, but she is still willing. She's already attacked the
Sorry.
Who already attacked me?
yeah. So she's gonna go after
Please don't.
Avena. She looks and says, "You half elves are too cocky."
Oh my gosh.
But she rolled a 7, so it didn't matter.
Okay.
So now it resets back to Princess Unicorn. Roll your 20. You want to use your long sword against Flame. So go ahead. 13 plus you have a 0. That's a good roll. So now you get to roll for your damage. Nice. So your long bow is a D8. So you want this one? Yep. Roll it. 5 plus 3 is an 8 plus 7. 8 plus 7 is
15.
15. So you walk, you flutter over to Flame, and she says, "What do you want, you fairy?" And you say, "I want you to die." And you pull out, in between your wings, your long sword. You grab it in 2 hands, and you ask her, "Any last words?" And as she's getting ready to say, yes, I'm gonna, you drive that sword right in the top of her skull. And just like before, not only does the brain pop out of her eyes actually explode from the force of your sword, splashing you full of wolf blood. And you're just looking, you go, and you pull that sword out, and you actually go, tiger blood's my favorite flavor. And you put that back in.
You mean wolf blood?
Yeah, but you think it's tiger blood because you like the flavor at the snow cone. So then you put it back in, she falls dead. Alright, so now. Okay.
What
Hey.
you want?
It's your sister. Hey, close the door. Alright. So now. Okay. So now she's dead. I need someone. I need a wisdom check. Who's got the highest wisdom?
Jackson.
Okay. What's your wisdom?
2.
So you +2. Roll a d12 for me.
12 is this one.
Okay. You just roll it. Yeah.
7.
That's a good roll. Bolt. You go over to Bolt. Bolt is panting. He's still alive, but barely. A few of the wolves come out of the cave and offer you support.
Right here.
Come on in quietly. We're playing the game. Come in quietly. Okay. Okay. So you are no. So you're not. Okay. So we see that Bolt is still alive. Do you want to kill him or leave him alive?
Leave him alive.
Okay. So a few more wolves come out and they explain that they can heal Bolt. And the deal you struck with him, they are good with. Okay? They ask you to come back deeper in the cave, and you do. When you go back there, you realize that there are a bunch of cubs back in that cave. And there are other wolves there, and they say, we are here to protect our cubs. We will leave you alone if you leave us alone. Okay. So, someone has to bring a trophy back. That trophy can be something from the wolf cave.
Did
We
they
need
kill
proof that at least
Flame.
one of the big wolves is
Flame's
dead.
head.
Okay. So, who wants to remove her head?
Me,
Jamie.
please.
I guess me.
Okay. So, what tool do you have to remove her head?
Axe.
Oh,
The giant
a
axe.
storm hammer.
Okay, so you use Stormhammer and you cleave once, you cleave twice, and the third one separates her head from her body. You stick it in your bag, and we're heading back to town. Okay, so the wolves agree to the deal that you will stay out. You guys will stay separate. Okay. So now you got to go back into Welton and present it to the council. Okay, so. When you get back to town, you are able to convince the council that the wolves will stay away. However, one of them is not sure that you're telling the truth. So, someone needs a charisma check to show that they are telling the truth. Okay, what's your charisma?
My charisma is +3.
+3. I say roll a d12 for me.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Okay, it's 12. Perfect. Okay. Now, it's up to you guys to decide if you want to expose the wolves' ability to speak or not.
No.
Do you want to expose the wolves' ability to speak?
No, because then people will go hunt them.
Okay. Okay.
No.
Okay. No? Okay. So, but you do find Featherrock, and you do go to Featherrock, and you tell him that he was not crazy, that the wolves can definitely speak. He's since gotten worse and worse, and he cannot actually talk. So you know the secret is safe. But he actually does get better. He actually is able to leave his bed in a couple weeks, and he's fine. The council does own up to their 800 gold piece reward. After your 100 reward for Koro for helping
Minus
you,
20.
you have 700 to split amongst yourselves.
Oh, I thought we get 700 each.
No, that's 700 for the group. So, Zamarin is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's make it. Let's see, there's 6. Let's just say it's 600. Everyone gets 100 gold pieces. So in your in your packet where it says where does it
So
say?
I'll have
247.
off 200.
So in your items list, write 100 gold piece, and if you already have some, write more.
Very quick.
So you already have 100, so make that 200 gold piece.
I have
Yes.
452 now.
Right. All right. So you are regarded as heroes of the realm, and your next adventure will be waiting. Good job, guys.
Thank you.
20.